So, welcome to session 20. So, previously, you had finally arrived at the Valolis ruins after traveling for many days across country. During the process, some of you became exhausted, so you spent some extra time resting. A couple extra days passed. Once you arrived at the ruins themselves, you discovered you discovered an abandoned camp, and you were able to recover some scrolls that gave you some extra information on about what happened. And as you began to explore, you ran into Sorg enemies who apparently had infested the ruins up above. After a couple of large fights, you were able to wipe them out and finally explore the ruins themselves. You went through the various buildings, finding both the lower temple, the upper temple. You found an interesting pool that the water feeds into, and that's 10 feet below. And you found several other buildings, including evidence of blood sacrifice, military presence, and numerous either dwellings or places that, or seemed like potential dwellings where people stayed. And then finally, once you made it up to the upper temple, you explored that temple as well and found a shaft leading downward into the hill. And down below, you found a room, found it to be unoccupied at the moment, and so set up a rope and climbed down. So let me go ahead and take you to the map. Okay, go ahead and activate. Now, obviously, as you climb down, it is fairly dark. Actually, though, there should be some light coming up from above. So let me go ahead and do this real quick. So you get a little bit of light coming from above. Um, and as you start to look around, those of you can see multiple things. So the first thing that you notice is that it's a relatively large room. Sorry, hold on one moment. You find that it's a relatively large room. You can see the shaft up above that you climb down. And if you wind up whispering to each other, you notice that it echoes as if the space itself is shaped differently or maybe much larger. The floor is covered by patterns, including ancient snake patterns with vivid splashes of color still evident in a few places. It also depicts people in bright red robes whispering to one another while smiling. Near the shaft where the ladder once stood, you see a golden offering bowl. And the offering bowl seems to be filled with coins. But you notice that even now you can tell the dry, flaky surface on the coins is probably blood. You see the room is filled with debris, and but however, on one side of the room, you see a purple substance on the ground. It appears to be a thick liquid, and you can see a bunch of round objects uh, in the liquid, and you can see like little tendrils, almost like roots, coming off the bottom of the round objects and sticking into the liquid. The objects themselves kind of gyrate and jiggle a little. Um, Finally, you notice that there are two doors. However, one of the doors is closed shut. It's a thick metal door from which you can tell. The other metal door, I locked the wrong one. Oops. The other metal door
Ah,
is it's ajar slightly. And one of the things you notice along the edge of the door are a lot of scratches and grooves, as it almost like somebody tore the metal. So, what do you do?
Well, I think
If
Oh,
there's
I'm
no
sorry, you're paused at
immediate
the moment. Let me
threats,
unpause you.
if there's no immediate threats, I could go ahead and cantrip up and light everybody's lamps.
And I do
I
not think
don't
there is
think.
any
Yeah, I
profit
don't.
to taking any money out of the bowl.
I didn't say anything about taking money on the bowl. I said prestidigitation and light our lamps. Our
Yes, but
illumination.
I decided to say something about the money in the bowl because it seems like a hazard that people might want to be aware of.
I
All
was
right,
thinking about it.
Judge, I
Judge.
turned on your lamp.
And that is why I wanted to bring it up immediately.
Okay.
No, that is
And
money.
once you turn on the lamp, the purple kind of the liquid becomes more obvious. Although now that you get a better look at it, it's less of a it's not a normal liquid. You think of it more like um, almost like molasses, but even thicker.
That's weird.
You also see this kind of the air around it has a kind of a slight purplish color. It's a slight fog, but only in that area.
Yeah, I've stopped short of actually entering that purplish haze.
So is this the thing that's doing all the moving, or are
No, it's
these the
the
things?
round objects over here.
Gotcha. That's the bowl with
How?
money. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. How well or how good of a look can I get from this distance of these things? I have a suspicion already.
Oh, why you guys are looking at?
What did you say? Because you were very quiet.
Oh, sorry, I said, how good of an investigation look can I get at these things from this distance? Because I have a suspicion already.
I would probably say at that if you're just going to stay at a distance and you're not going to go up and start, really poking and prodding and everything, it's going to be a perception.
Alrighty. I'm gonna try and guidance myself on the perception.
All right. If you're talking, I can't really hear you. What are you
He
doing?
said he's casting guidance on
Okay.
himself.
Okay, so that's a perception of a 14.
Yeah.
All right. So
13.
yeah. So as you're trying to get a better look, is there anything specific you're looking for, or should I just give you a general based on that roll?
I believe these are strange little egg sacs of some sort that will produce more of the demon bug Zorg.
Okay. So as you look closer with that thought in mind, you do look, and they are about the right shape for eggs. The root-like structures are a little weird, but on the other hand, as you look closer in the gloom, you think you can make out the silhouette of a shape in one of the objects. Um, so you do get a egg sense, if that makes sense. So, it does seem that you're probably right, but you can't be sure.
Okay. Yes. I think this is how these bugs multiply. Hmm. The mist around it might be harmful.
Speak a
in
little
some
louder
way.
if you can.
The mist around these eggs might be harmful in some way. It might be produced by this purple sludge. Either way, it's probably best not to inhale too much of this stuff, yeah?
Hmm.
All right. So while Judge is investigating what he believes to be eggs, Tavros, what are you doing?
Did you say which of these doors was broken?
So the door you're next to, you can see this ajar ever so slightly. You can't see through it, but you could open it. However, it is a big metal door, so it probably will make noise while opening it. This door over here, on the other hand, is definitely shut solid. So yes,
Is it
you could open that door if you want to.
is it really quiet in here, or
It's pretty quiet. You hear the sound of dripping coming from the direction of the purple liquid, but otherwise it's dead quiet.
is there a keyhole? Oh, I clicked on the door. It's my bad. Is there a keyhole in that door?
There's
I can
no
look.
keyhole.
All right, I'm gonna try to crack the door open a little bit.
Okay, go ahead and go ahead and open it. So yeah, inside you see a hall beyond with multiple doors that goes around a corner.
Do these doors have keyholes? Oh, is this rubble blocking me?
It's definitely in the way, but you can crawl over it. However,
Okay.
go ahead and stop moving right there real quick.
Oh man.
Cyclonin, what are you doing?
Basically nothing at the moment.
All right, Gizzard, are you doing anything?
Also basically nothing.
All right. How about Conglomerate?
I'm kind of eyeing this bowl. What's going on around it?
Okay, so yeah, you look in the bowl, and inside you see large gold coins. They look kind of like the coins you found up above, the gold coins that had the snake engraving on each side. But you do see this crusted material on all the coins, every coin, as far as you can tell, and you can tell it's blood. You're not sure how it survived for this long. Otherwise, you see this big gold bowl. You can see that it's attached to the wall using these gold-looking struts, although you suspect there's probably other material on the inside, because otherwise it would bend and fall by now. But it seems to be pretty rigidly in place. You do not see... No, actually, I take that back. You do see some strange markings on there, but you can't make heads or tails of it.
Yeah. Anybody want to bleed into this bowl with me? Seems like a bunch of people are doing it.
Oh. If everyone else is doing it, then we should do it too.
That's exactly my thought.
Yeah, you know what?
Understanding.
I mean, but I want to know who the god that I'm sacrificing my blood to is first.
There's some snake.
Yeah, probably some kind of snake guy.
I don't like snakes.
All right, so
Not
as you
bad.
guys discussed the idea of perhaps putting blood in the bowl, we're going to go back to you, Tavros. So you're back in the hallway, and you can see that there's metal doors. They don't appear to have locks on them. They are shut. They do have handles. However, you can tell that at least the door you're looking at in front of you hasn't been opened in a long time, so it might be difficult.
Okay, I'm gonna step over here and say, hey guys, if I don't come back, I'm somewhere this way, dead probably, and I'll open this door.
Okay, and there he goes.
All
And
right.
Cyclonin with a death
You
wish.
go to open the door. Go ahead and give me a strength check, if you will.
Okay.
Okay, so with the 17, you kind of lift the door and you kind of pull it a bit, so you'd hear this kind of screeching noise, but you get the sense that it's not as loud as it could have been.
Okay.
And you look through the door. Can you actually see anything? Do you want to turn on a light?
I can see a tiny little trapezoid. Oh, I have a lantern. Is
You
that
wanna
why I
turn
can't
it on?
see it? Yeah, I'll light the lantern.
Oops, wrong one. Sorry. Let me douse that
Oh God.
and turn that one on. All right.
Well, hello there.
So you open it up, and you see a bunch of rubble Some, the part of the roof is collapsed. You do see a large statue of a snake that's coiled up, and you see the head kind of pointing your direction. Part of it is covered with rubble, but it seems like it's held up fairly well.
Wow, that is a pretty statue. Um.
Well, just to be glad it is indeed just a statue.
yeah.
There are plenty of snakes that are in fact that large, and could quite easily eat either of us as a single meal.
I want to search like, is this a little crevice in here? Like where the snake is coiled
Yeah,
up?
it's coiled, so there's plenty of like hiding holes and crevices. So
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Yeah.
So Tavros, while you're searching, Cyclonin, I see you enter the hallway. Are you doing anything, or are you just looking?
Guess I'll peek around the corner right before going back to see what Tavros is doing.
Okay, so you see a couple more doors. Tavros, you kind of dig around. You find that the statue is actually cracked in several places on the inside. You suspect that at some point in the relatively near future, if it's not preserved, it will probably kind of break and collapse in on itself. Unfortunately, you don't find anything else of value.
Damn. No goodies.
I'm sure Tavros is the sort to say it belongs in a museum.
Yes.
Meantime, Judge, you've investigated the egg, what you believe to be eggs. What are you going to do next?
Well, seeing how the rest of our party are just kind of spread out, I'm going to take a step backwards and lean over to Darcy and say, perhaps we can be breaking some eggs a little prematurely to make our jobs easier in the future, but do you suppose there's a protection or alarm on them?
I don't know. Could you check for that?
For what it is worth, seems like every time anybody I have known has ever come across eggs, they have been suspiciously about to hatch, which means that the alarm could be the creatures inside immediately becoming distressed.
I would bet on an alarm just because if you're not going to hide your eggs deep within the hive, then they probably have some form of defense.
I think we should burn them with fire.
That works too.
That's what I was thinking, but don't be premature. If we burn them with fire and alert the rest of the swarm, we may be overwhelmed quickly. So I will spend 10 minutes to try and ritual cast a detect magic. Just to make sure we don't have an alarm first.
Okay, fair enough.
Before I start flaming the eggs.
All right, you start casting your spell, so you're going to be busy for the next 10 minutes. So while he's doing that, we'll go ahead and go to you, Conglomerate. You had some ideas regarding blood, so what are you doing?
Yeah, and they're great ideas, so thank you.
Great.
Yeah, if I'm left unattended, I'm probably bleeding into the bowl.
All right, so what exactly are you doing?
I'll probably just take out one of my Kochkas and give myself like a little scratch on the arm and try to put some in the bowl. I'll
Okay.
toss a coin in there too for good measure. Bleed on it a little bit.
Okay, you
me
toss
take
a
out
coin in there.
thing.
Do you bleed on the coin and then throw the coin in, or do you throw the coin in and bleed in the bowl?
I'm throwing the coin in and bleeding in the bowl.
Okay, you toss the coin in, and you bleed in the bowl. Go ahead and give me a Constitution save.
Oh yeah. Well, there we go. Not a good start. Not a good start.
Okay, nothing happens.
Okay, cool. That was pretty fun.
Nice.
All right, Gizzard, what are you doing?
I guess in this case, I'm observing what happens after he does that because I'm quite invested.
Okay, yeah, you don't see anything happen once he does it. He throws it in. You hear the tink, and that's about it,
Wait, do all the coins have blood on them?
as far as you can tell. Yes.
What if you bleed on the coin first and then throw the bloody coin in?
I don't know, man. I'm not no scientist.
Neither am I.
Why are you trying to cause something to happen? We don't know what this god is about. You could
Em-
cause something terrible.
Because everybody else did it, and they probably had a good reason for doing it.
Who is this
True.
everyone else?
I don't know, the people who did this before me. There's clearly,
And look at
clearly
the state
people
of
did
this temple, ruins. So obviously it didn't go well.
well, I mean, that's true, but all great societies come to an end at some point.
Exactly.
Well, probably shouldn't copy the society that is no longer here.
But
I hear you, I
wait.
hear you, but they're probably a lot smarter than I am, so they probably had a good reason for doing it. I'm just trying to copy off of them.
If there
But
is
I
some
mean-
We are
concern-
gods. We do not need to worship other old gods.
Yeah, tell that to the kitty cat over there. He seems pretty interested in that panther person. So what if I like this snake guy?
that is not worship. That is just pursuing the possibility of an alliance.
No, okay. Maybe we can ally ourselves with Snake Man. Maybe he's
You
cool.
are in a group. You're in a group with me. Are you worshipping me?
Well, no.
I'm a fan of the snake guy because I'm a lizard and I like fellow lizards.
Yeah, see? They have common ground.
Yeah, we got common
Snake
ground. You don't have
lizards.
wait, you got common ground with the other guy.
Wouldn't they
What?
be inferior not having feet and legs?
Well, I mean, yeah, but that's a little racist. You don't have
Okay,
to say that.
that's not okay. Hold on. They're not
Snake
inferior for
lizard.
having no feet and legs.
Yeah,
Take
come
that
on.
back.
We're better than that. We're gods after all. Come on.
Take that back.
Well, you were the one expressing interest precisely because they were lizards and not some other sort of animal.
He's got us trapped there, man. That was pretty dicey of us.
Well, okay, hold on. That just because I'm interested in it because it's a lizard doesn't mean I'm being racist towards other like species.
Lizard types, reptiles.
Here's the deal. I just identify with it, okay?
Yeah,
Therefore,
yeah,
I'm
identify.
more initially like impacted by it.
All this is pointless, man. The bowl didn't even do anything cool. I didn't get no magic sword or anything.
Probably because you did it wrong. Let's be real.
I didn't. Well, okay, that's very possible. But
I want a magic sword. You make a good point.
all right, give it a
It
try.
sounds interesting.
You know, let's science it out. Give it a try.
Oh wait, I thought you were trying it.
I already did it. I
Making-
can't do it twice.
Yes, you
Oh,
can.
sorry, Judge. What's up?
Making every attempt to not disrupt the middle of my spell and interject just a quick word. You too. First, it is not science. Secondly, to empathize or have interest in something is very different than swearing blind fealty before you know what you're getting into.
I didn't make
said
any
for doing that.
promises. I didn't tell him anything. I just gave him a little bit of blood.
Do you not know what the blood promise is?
Well, no.
I bleed for you, I work for you.
Well, I mean,
And
I
you don't even
can
know the
just-
contract.
well, I mean, maybe there's severance. I don't know.
Maybe you shouldn't do things that you don't know anything about.
Oh, everything is something I don't know about. Okay, that's enough. That's probably enough. We killed time for Judge to cast a spell, right?
Well, I'm trying to load back in.
Oh, do you actually want to do it? I don't think you should. You can
No, I'm
definitely
not
try.
doing it. It's fine. We're just messing around.
Yeah, I was just.
I don't
messing
care
around.
about this snake god.
Oh wow, you flip fast.
Yeah. Like he's probably cool. I'm interested in allying with him. Probably.
Yeah, we
But,
gotta meet him
I
first, though.
I don't need to give him my blood. I need to give him your blood.
Jeremy, what's up with that? What's up with that?
Did you see a circle appear?
Yeah, that's a little
That was
ominous.
me.
Oh, okay,
Judge.
okay.
So, Judge, if you are concerned about the possibility of an alarm or something, what if you cast a protective dome around the eggs?
Mm.
In fact, it looks like, by my math, no, not there.
Well, I can give you a better idea here in just a moment.
You're gonna go ahead and what? Oh, actually,
I was
you're
just gonna-
spending your 10 minutes. So,
Yeah.
Cyclone and he, what are you doing since you're active? What are you doing during those 10 minutes?
Well, right now, just discussing the possibility of casting a dome, maybe something like that, where it's possible to be within the dome with the eggs. And if something goes wrong, well, there is a protective barrier.
But that protective barrier goes the opposite direction. I mean, anything inside the barrier can get out. If we're trying to
What are you more
contain-
concerned about, the eggs or the mother of the eggs?
Probably the
Actually,
egg.
The mom.
yeah, I
for
can't have
sure.
too much of a conversation. I'm still chanting.
Oh yeah.
So, all right. So, Tavros, you are currently standing with. Actually, Darcy, are you going to do anything?
I'm tempted to shoo the two dummies away from the suspicious bowl of blood and gold.
Yeah. Okay. You can drag me away.
I'm not a dummy.
And probably
Don't insult me.
keep an eye on nasty eggs for a second before wanting to leave the area, because she just sees this clutch of grossness and immediately thinks torch, fire, burn it all.
Ouch. That's my mandible. Let go.
That sentiment.
You can't be trusted, so we're going to go where there are others.
Oh.
All right. So you drag everybody along. Okay. So we'll go ahead. Actually, Tavros, you have 10 minutes. So what are you doing during those 10 minutes?
Oh, I'm opening this door.
Go ahead. All right. You open up the door and you find a room that has mostly collapsed. You can see that you could kind of walk around and climb around, but in one area the ceiling is 3 foot lower than in other areas.
Oh. Wait. You mean like is it solid all the way coming down?
Yeah, so it's like imagine the part of the ceiling is it's kind of like collapsed inward, but it hasn't fallen all the way down. You know, it's only 3 foot lower than the rest of the ceiling. So if you wanted to, you can crawl underneath that.
Oh.
I don't want to go underneath it, but if I were to knock it down, I could theoretically go
No.
up a floor.
You're gonna collapse the whole ceiling. Bury your ass.
If I like push on it, how stable does it seem? Is it pretty sturdy?
How hard are you going to push?
I'll give it a moderate push.
Okay.
Like a
Give
4
it
out of 10. A 4 out of 10.
Okay, you give it a moderate push. Go ahead and roll me a d20.
Oh no.
Oh god, it's just strength roll, dude. You're done.
Do
You're
you want me to
gonna
do
collapse the ceiling.
a d20 plus 0 or a strength check?
Just a flat d20.
Okay.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
okay.
Okay,
that's
you
good.
go to push it, but it doesn't move.
Okay, I'll give it a little harder of a push, like a 6 out of 10.
Okay, go ahead and just give me a full-on strength check then.
All right. Oh shit! I almost did a save. My bad.
All right, yeah, it's definitely not moving.
Okay, that means I can shoulder check it.
No. Leave the ceiling alone.
Wait. What does this building look like from the outside? Can I
You
get a mental picture?
You're so basically you were on a kind of a structure at the top, and then you went just on a hill, and at the bottom floor of that structure you went down a shaft, so you're in the hill right now.
Oh, so the ceiling, there's not a floor above us. It's just
It's dirt. It's like
oh.
many, like almost probably 100 feet of dirt, right? How long was the shaft?
It was only about 15 feet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's still a lot of
Well,
dirt.
then this I don't
Do
want.
you
I don't.
know? Do you know what the word caving means?
Yeah, I don't want to get to the ceiling in that case. That's lame. All right. Well,
You
I
can
guess I'll just
crawl
search the
under it.
room.
Yeah.
I guess I'll crawl under it. Yeah, what's underneath it?
Okay, you crawl underneath, and under in the rubble you see something shiny.
Woo, shiny. I grab it.
Okay, you go to grab it, and as your hands down there, something you're not sure what bites you, but it
Ow.
is definitely painful. You grab the object, which is a large gold coin with the snake emblem on it. However, you're gonna have to give me a Constitution save.
Uh-oh. I'm poisoned.
Yeah, you got bit by a snake.
All right,
Nice.
you pull it out. You see two holes in your hand, and you definitely do hear hissing from underneath. You see a single cobra-looking snake that bit you, and something drips out, but you feel fine.
Ow.
You take 1 point of damage.
Good
Okay.
old milk rope.
Is the snake like in the open or is he like
He
hiding in a
crawled
little
back
hole?
underneath as soon as
All right.
you pulled it out in the light.
Guys, I got bit by a snake, but look at this coin. And I
Oh.
run over to the I show everyone and I run over to the pot and I put my blood on it from the snake bite and I toss it in the altar.
You're crazy.
Okay, go ahead and give me a con
Thank you.
save.
Is anybody gonna stop him? Let's. He had to run through everyone to do that.
He's kind
Oh.
of huge, though.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, nothing happens.
All right. Well, that was fun. Hey, watch out for snakes, by the way. There's snakes here.
All right, Judge, go ahead and stop Tavros. So, Judge, 10 minutes has passed. You cast your spell. You do detect magic in especially in the purple liquid or the purple substance. It's fairly diffuse, but you get the sense that the objects or eggs or whatever they are, they're actually absorbing magic from the liquid.
So absorbing from.
You also get a kind of diffuse sense of magic from the kind of the purple fog in the air, but it's very faint.
All right, would that be a Arcana, or maybe a investigation?
Go ahead and speak louder. I can't hear anything you're saying.
All right, would that be a Arcana? I want to ascertain a little more solidly that the purple goo and haze is basically the egg yolk food source, not necessarily a tripwire alarm.
You can give me a check, see if you can figure that out.
Anyway, I could guidance myself there.
It'd just be a normal Arcana check.
Okay, I can't guidance myself.
Yeah, you can do that if you want. So yeah, you're kind of thinking about it. You're pretty sure the eggs are absorbing energy from the purple liquid, but that's about all you can figure out.
Is the bowl
Okay.
magic?
Actually, did you look at the bowl?
I'm asking
Uh,
Judge. Sorry, that would be me asking
Oh,
you.
okay, go ahead.
oh, a bowl.
Yeah,
I've not yet looked at the bowl.
check it out. I want to see if it's gonna give me my sword.
All right. Well, detect magic works for 10 minutes, and it's everything I can see.
Yeah, so if
So
you
I'll
just
go
look
ahead.
at it, you'll definitely see that the bowl is magical. You can't really
Okay.
ascertain what kind of magic it is, but it is definitely magical. It's fairly strong too.
Just a second. All right. Do I get at least a school of magic? The most general of senses.
It seems your spell doesn't seem to give you anything that's very specific, other than the bowl is definitely magical and it's pretty strong. You you get some sense of magic from the coins as well, although it's a lot more faint. Unfortunately, that's
Okay.
all you get.
All right. Not a necromantic energy or an enchanting energy.
Yeah, nothing sticks out. It seems to be it's either fairly mixed or inert, or it's something you're not familiar with, or it's something that somebody went out of their way to hide.
Okay. All right. Looking at that. Looking back at Conglomerate. Looking over Conglomerate's shoulder at Darcy's face.
Hmm.
Looking back at Conglomerate. Yes, Conglomerate, this bowl and the coins therein are very magical, but I sense it is a very harmful magic meant to curse those who might interact with it. I would suggest staying away for your own health.
Oh, geez. Okay.
So what
Uh,
about the eggs?
the purple goo is the yolk of the egg. It's a food source, and when the little buggers are done eating, they will probably burst forth. I think fire. Maybe
Yes.
you could crack a few eggs.
Fire.
Yeah.
All right. Um. Actually, let me look. Inventory.
Well, I do have an idea that it's a little slower, but also would prevent having to expend spell slots or keeping most of us in any sort of danger.
Well, I do not intend to expend spell slots. Uh, do you happen to have any empty bottles there, fortunate son? I know you have your kegs of mead, but did you not have a bottle or two of wine that you might have polished off? A container with a cork.
Do not have any empty containers. However, I do have the ability to attack these things from a distance.
Yes, that's all well and good. I wish to take some of the purple goo before we destroy the rest. Anybody?
How
I
what? You
got
need an open container, or you need a what's that? A container with a cork on it, or
Yes.
Yeah, all I got is a wine glass. Sorry.
I have a
I have-
mug. I have a flask of oil. You know, that might be useful.
Oh, yeah.
I should have
Well,
like
if you go
5 of
ahead and
those.
distribute the oil amongst the lanterns that we have to refresh them, that would be an empty flask I could use.
Okay,
There you
yeah, I
go.
can do that. All right.
All right, so everybody gets a fill up on their oil lamp, and I have a flask. Judge would hold out the flask and use Mage Hand. to try and fill the flask with some of this purple ooze.
Okay, you move your mage hand and you have your flask and you kind of scoop it up. You go to scoop it, and it's harder than you expected. You know, it looks like a thick liquid, but as you go to scoop it, it's hard to actually break the surface tension. You suspect you might actually be able to walk on it. However, you notice that quickly your flask gets stuck to the liquid, and the mage hand can't seem to pry it free.
Mm.
Well, thank you everyone for trying, but perhaps after this is done. Anybody else who would like to partake, I do not see why this cannot be a group affair. Should be fun. He stands over here to one side. He holds out his left hand and starts firebolting.
Okay, you
Pew, pew, pew,
you
pew, pew,
firebolt, and you hit one of the eggs, and surprisingly, it actually takes 2 or 3 bolts before it pops. It seems that the surface, you're not sure if it absorbs magic exactly, but it seems to have some sort of magic resistance.
What if
They're tough
I
shells.
what if I like stand here at the edge and like try to smack at one with my halberd?
Okay,
Yes, everybody, let's join in.
if you
Please.
smack it
Yeah.
with your halberd, it crushes it and it pops. So it doesn't seem to have the same physical resistance as it does magic.
Interesting. All right, cool. I'm gonna keep doing that.
Yeah, I'll start throwing some Rays of Frost.
Okay. So so you guys start firing cantrips at the eggs. Cyclonin, are you participating?
Nope.
Tavros, are you participating?
I don't really have any fire.
Okay. And I'm assuming Darcy, you're staying back.
Yeah. She might
There's
as
one.
well.
There's one thing I guess I'll try. I've got a shovel. I'm gonna go ahead and wield it like a weapon. I'm gonna have my echo get a little closer. I'm gonna go ahead and have the echo basically attack right there, basically trying to like sever a chunk of this sludge.
Okay, yeah. If you attack it with your shovel, and that does break the surface. It's like shoveling through hard dirt. So it is possible to break through directly. And once you do that, you notice that once you kind of get through the surface, it kind of spreads, and you can see that as it spreads, that the surface of it starts to kind of thicken pretty quickly, and it actually forms a new surface, and it kind of spreads out more in the room.
Now, is that area in the corner kind of mist free?
No, in fact, as it spread out, the mist kind of spread out a little as well. Though it is less dense, so as it spread out, it became less dense.
Did not think you were going to get a sample without having to take some of that mist with you as well.
I was hoping for a sealed container to contain the mist as well, but thank you for the effort. Maybe we can try. Is there any way I can get my flask out of the goo?
You can't get the flask free with Mage Hand. If somebody wants to go in and pull it directly, that'll probably work, but the Mage Hand's too weak.
Do you have a 10-foot reach with that shovel?
I'm gonna guess no, given the length of a typical shovel.
Yeah, it's just a normal shovel you would expect archaeologists or just regular people to use.
Well, there is a way to extend the reach of it. I'm gonna go ahead and take some of the hemp rope. I'm gonna take I'm gonna go ahead and tie the shovel to my glaive.
Okay. Okay, you do so. So that takes you a little bit of time. Is there anybody else doing anything while Cyclonan's making an extended shovel?
Conglomerate and Tavros are doing a good job popping the eggs.
You want me to hit them?
Smack
don't-
him.
Yeah, I thought you guys were squishing them.
No.
No,
Magic resistant, but you can squish.
I'm squishing them
Okay.
with the halberd, but you shouldn't go
Yeah.
do that. You can get too close.
I'll hit them.
Smack him.
Do you have anything long range, or are you gonna walk right up?
Let me think. I have a crowbar.
No, that's not long range.
I have a spear. I could
That
throw
would do
it.
it.
Spear
A
is
spear has reach.
is it a reach? Is it a long spear? Does it have reach?
I don't think so. I don't know.
I'll check. Hold on.
Inventory.
It just says spear. I don't know. Maybe. I also have 5 scimitars. I could just start throwing them.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see if a spear has reach by default. 'Cause it's just a regular spear.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to pull up.
Piercing, simple spear. It doesn't look like it. I think it's a short spear. It doesn't say it has reach. So there are long
let us-
spears, but that's apparently different. You can't
I'll
throw
just.
them though.
No, I'm gonna start throwing the scimitars. Because I don't know why I have these. I don't want
Okay.
them.
Well, throwing swords and actually doing anything useful with them isn't all that easy. So go ahead and give me an attack roll.
What would? Oh God.
Whatever you normally actually it's a throwing thing. So I'd probably be. You can give me a strength check. I'll let you do that. Just go ahead and just do a normal.
Okay. Well, a normal attack, like just a weapon attack.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, the first
Jesus.
scimitar, you throw it, and you manage to accidentally aim it perfectly, so that it literally cuts through 2 eggs as it goes through and hits the wall.
Built different. Right.
All right, so yeah, if that's what you guys are going to be doing, though, you guys can spend some 10 minutes or so, kind of just destroying the eggs from using scimitars, your halberd, your and your cantrips, and you can get through them then. In the meantime, Darcy, since you're not participating, what are you doing while everybody else is attacking eggs?
Making sure I'm out of splatter range of the goo. And also probably, you know what? While they're squishing bugs, more or less.
Say that last part again.
While they're squishing bugs and she's staying out of splatter range, she's just gonna go hang out in the rubble. Maybe see if there's anything worthwhile in there.
Okay, you start digging through the rubble. You can give me a perception or investigation check.
Okay.
All right, Cyclonin, you have your new longer shovel. What are you gonna do with it?
All right. Well, first thing I'm gonna do is, would anyone like some olives?
Huh?
You don't find anything of use, Darcy.
An attempt was made.
Who would like to eat some olives at this moment in time?
I'll have a few.
I'll pass. I hate olives.
I like olives.
The worst.
I'll try some.
All right. Well, I'll go ahead and give some olives to Conglomerate and Tavros.
Thank you.
and
Are you
anyone
just trying to
else.
get rid of?
White lid.
Are you trying to get rid of the olives so you can have an empty jar?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, if you're just handing out olives like I want this gone, Darcy will definitely be like, "Oh, snack time. Yeah, I ain't doing nothing." Oh, she'll take olives.
All right. Well, perfect. Everybody gets like a. Everybody who wants it gets like a half pound of olives.
Jesus.
Okay. Okay, everybody's kind of
Judge has
sitting there with their hands full of olives, always kind of chugging them.
Judge has some spare cheesecloth from the half a cheese wheel that he's already eaten, so he can just kind of have a little bundle of olives. They'll dry out quickly, but they'll last for now.
Fair enough. All right,
All
once
right.
you get your free jug, what are you doing next, Cycloner?
Okay. Everybody might want to stand back a bit because this haze is going to expand for a moment.
Of course.
So I do not see people standing back, particularly Judge.
Ah.
Go ahead and move me. Sorry.
Okay, let me. You're trying to go back.
Yeah, I'll just take a couple steps back.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and set the jar down where I'm standing right now.
Okay.
Delete the echo because it's irrelevant for this. So with the jar open, I'm going to go ahead and use this extended shovel to scoop at the piece of sludge that I had severed. And then as soon as I've got it on the shovel, I'm going to go ahead and step over this way as I swing the shovel around and then try and drop the stuff right into the jar.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a Dex or Acrobatics check.
If I can add guidance, I would.
It's well, we'll call it a DC 10. Okay. Yeah, you get it in the jar.
All right, you might want to do the honors with your mage hand to cap the jar.
I do use Mage Hand to screw the lid on the jar.
You may also want to use the mage hand to move the jar away.
I do.
Okay.
All
So
right.
you got the jar away. It's capped. One thing you do notice is a little bit of the sludge kind of got on the outside of the jar as well. So you do have a bit of sludge on the jar, and you can see that the kind of surface is kind of already starting to thicken.
As
How
quickly as
heavy would all
possible,
this
I-
be?
Maybe half a pound plus the jar.
All right, I was
Alright,
assuming the
how
jar's
quickly can I use?
Okay.
How quickly can I use Mage Hand to try and get it off the outside of the jar? I don't want any on the outside of the jar.
Okay, yeah, you start wiping it, and the mage hand is still able to wipe it off. So it does so. You do notice though that once you get it off, as you're kind of moving the mage hand around, the mage hand itself feels heavy and hard to control.
Okay. I can dispel and recast if it makes it easier, but that
Yeah,
strange
if you
effect is
dispel and
definitely
recast
noted.
it, then it's back to normal.
Yeah, but that definitely a noted effect. The mist and the sludge definitely has some sort of effect on the magic.
Hold on. He might be hungry. I'll be right back.
Well, I guess we have some insight about dealing with conglomerate.
What's that? Oh, just
Child
lie to me.
psychology.
Yeah, that'll work perfectly. It's just Pavlov me or something. When I do something good, give me olives, and when I do something bad, no.
Train the bug.
Exactly.
I must say, you were all excited about that 4-inch. You are playing it to its true potential.
Yeah, good. I'm trying to bring it out when I don't think it'll be like the most world-ending decision.
Thank you. We
So
hope
I
you
hear
don't kill us all.
world-ending decisions. What was that?
Oh no, they were just making fun of me for having a dumb character.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not making fun. I'm just joking.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
trying to
yeah.
hurt your feelings.
No, you're fine.
All right. So you have the jar, you have the sludge, and you kind of cleaned it off. You've destroyed the eggs, despite what's shown on the map. You guys have probably been in here for 20, 30 minutes now, kind of doing all this, plus the stuff in the hallway as well. So what are you guys going to do next?
Well, I guess if we got some sludge and we killed all the eggs, we should just keep going down the hallway, yeah? Or do we want to try and see what's going on with this door first? I'm gonna go take a peek at it. What's up with this door? Why is
So
it
it's
stuffed?
it's a rusted but thick metal door. It's
Uh-huh.
currently closed, and just by looking at it, you get the impression that it hasn't been opened in a long time. It might even be stuck.
Oh, so stuck or loud.
You want me to
I
open
guess
it?
Judge can't get the jar of sludge.
AFK, no.
Hmm.
Actually, Judge is going to ask Fortunate Son. Considering its more unusual properties, would you mind carrying it for a short time? I do wish to examine it further, though.
I do not like the way you said that.
Well, it does affect my magic, which I use quite often, and you don't employ much in the way of magic. So it might be safer. We could ask we could ask Tavros to carry it, but he's a little rough.
Carry what?
Take the jar.
I'll carry it.
If you want to carry it, you got to move your token over next to it, and then you can double click on the jar.
Aha.
Hey, Tavros, while you're over here, you want to see if this door
Door?
will open?
Will open? Yeah, I got you. Eh,
So it seems to be closed. You get the impression it might be stuck. So what do you do?
is there a lock?
There's no lock. There's a handle, but you
All right,
can
I'm
see it's a
gonna.
rusted metal door, and basically the frame is kind of bowing inward a little bit. It looks like it might just be stuck, but definitely not locked.
Okay, on the not the hinge side, but the swing side, I'm gonna give it a firm kick.
Okay, you go and you give it a firm kick. Give me a strength check.
Okay.
Actually, it can be athletics.
Ooh,
If we have
athletics.
more of that oil, we could also oil up the hinge side.
Oh, too late.
Yeah, fair enough.
Brute strength, too late.
You go
Yeah.
and kick the door. You hear this loud groaning noise. You kind of stumble backwards, but the door is still standing. It hasn't moved.
All right. Looks like it wants a shoulder check. All right, I'll shoulder check the door. Also, again on the not on the hinge side, on the swing side.
Okay, let me make a quick roll. Okay, go ahead and give me another athletics check.
Okay. Oh my, I'm weak.
This time, you go and you run into the door. You literally bounce off and land on your butt. And everybody
God,
else
this
does
door.
this as well.
This door is indestructible.
Perhaps
Alright.
this is
Never seen
the
anything
day I
like
should
it.
be arm wrestling you.
Judge moves over to pick up Tavros and help him out of the fog.
Tavros, you notice that as you kind of fell in the kind of purple fog, it's a little bit hard to breathe. You know, you're taking quick breaths, but otherwise you feel fine.
That's weird. Okay.
Kind of helps you to your feet and pulls you one square out of the fog.
Thank you.
Alright, well, that door's not happening. Let's go this way, guys.
No, I will not let it be. I can get this door open.
Tavros, the door
I'm the
defeated you.
strongest. Oh, wait, the fuck. I'm the strongest man here. I'm the strongest man probably alive. True. The
Not
strongest.
exactly a man.
I'm the strongest bull You're right.
Oh no,
You're right.
yes. I believe I know a half giant who could probably beat you in an arm wrestling match.
Uh-huh. Certainly.
He looks kind of like this one, but only with muscles.
Well, I will not give up so easily. This door is gonna get it. And I
I'm
start just
using your
basically
head.
slamming my shoulder into the
So you already kicked it. You already
Okay.
rammed your shoulder into it. Those aren't working. So you have
Okay.
to pick another approach.
All right, horns.
Wait.
Horn.
Tavros, let me take a quick look, please. Judge kind of comes over and looks at the hinges on the door. Are they visible on this side?
Yeah, you can see them. You are pretty sure the issue is mainly that it's just the door is stuck in the frame, rather than it being an issue with the hinges or being locked.
Well, if you think about a hinge, are they barrel hinges like a standard house door?
Yeah.
If you think about the hinges, when you can see the hinges on this side of the door swings this way. You're pushing the pull door.
Fuck. All right. You're right. You know what? You're right. I'll pull the door.
Okay, you go
Uh,
to pull the door. Go ahead and give me another athletics check.
Okay.
And this time, as you pull the door, it finally becomes unstuck, and you kind of pull it open as you back up. And beyond the door, you see another hallway. Although you can't see to the end of the hallway with your light. You see two
Oh.
more metal doors, though.
All right, which way do we want to go?
I don't know.
Just want to take a peek. Oh man,
Yeah.
long hallway.
So, Conglomerate, with your dark vision, you can actually see further, and you see stairs going downward at the end of the hall.
Yeah, I do see that. Hey guys, there's stairs at the end of this hallway. They go down?
Down, yeah.
That's right. Yeah, they go down.
Interesting.
Should I go check it out?
Yeah.
All right. Oops.
Yeah.
Perhaps we should check the other doors over here before we continue to go too deep.
Okay, let's do it.
Eliminate
Yeah.
danger from the flank.
Conglomerate. I'm sorry, not Conglomerate. Tavros. No, you're actually you stepped out right away, so you're fine. Never mind. Go ahead.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah,
Conglomerate.
Tavros.
You reach the end of the hall. You can see another metal door that's closed. You can enter north. You see another metal door, but this one looks a little different. It looks like it has more adornment to it. I mean, it's still rusty. It's still roughly the same size, but you can see snake decorations all carved along the sides, and in the front on the front of the door you see carved a robed figure. And behind the robed figure, some sort of massive snake. It's definitely a lot more artistic than the other doors.
Ooh, fancy snake door.
I'm gonna untie the shovel from my glaive, and looking at the shovel, it's still got a bunch of purple sludge on it, right?
Absolutely, and it's hardened by now, so it's going to be just as hard to pierce the surface as it was initially.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and just toss it over in this corner here.
Okay, you toss it.
When we killed the eggs, did the purple sludge stay there?
Yeah, the purple sludge is still there.
Gotcha.
Anyway, as far as you can tell, the door in front of you or the door ahead, they don't look locked, and they don't look stuck either. So you suspect you could open up either.
Let's start with this door, guys, and then do the snake door afterwards.
Okay.
Agreed.
Whoever wants to open it can do so.
Lead the way.
All right. Open
So
door.
you open the door and you see a small room. You see rubble. Some of the walls and ceiling are partially collapsed. As you look around, this was always a small room, but it's not at all clear what its purpose was.
Huh. Okay.
So, Darcy, any bets on how many of us die today?
Well, I hope not too many. That leaves me in a precarious situation.
That is true.
Tell you what, if you come close to death, and others have already died before you, you use your echo to flee, I keep you alive long enough, we escape.
Sounds like a nice plan. Hopefully, I do not find myself among the first to die.
Well, you are usually the one to put yourself in danger, so.
It's a hard habit to unlearn. Many people are alive precisely because I did that so relentlessly.
You see a single unopened door at the end, and that was the door with the robed figure and the snake on the surface.
Snake door. Somebody open that snake door.
Ah, Davros, the party rogue.
The party leader.
Okay, Tavros, you open the door, and inside you see a kind of medium-sized room. But as you said, party leader, your voice echoed back at you. You notice that. Actually, how well can you see? You can see pretty well. All right, so you notice several things. You notice that there seems to be several benches that circle the room, but strangely, along one of the sides, it seems to be stained glass panels that depict various scenes, and um, and it looks like some of those panels, basically where there's glass, it looks like some of them might be hollow. So what do you do?
Oh. I'm gonna go up to one of the hollow ones. Does it look like there's a way to get this off without breaking
Okay.
it?
So as you approach and you start looking at the hollow ones, you notice that most of them seem empty, but one of them has something dark inside. As far as the glass, you're trying to figure out how to take off the glass without breaking it?
Yeah.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a perception check as you fiddle with the glass and try to figure out how to pry it open.
Wow.
While he's doing that, Conglomerate, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm just kind of like looking around. Just trying to
So
see
yeah, like
what's.
I said, you see a stained glass. You can see there's 3 scenes depicted. You can see benches and rubble as well, and another closed metal door.
Yeah, I don't think I'm really doing much. Probably just hanging out by the benches watching Tavros.
Okay. Obviously, if anybody wants extra description of some specific element, just let me know. All right, Cyclonin, as you come through, you see the same stained glass. You see Tavros is kind of messing with one of the glass panels. Conglomerate's looking around. What are you doing?
I'm gonna go inspect the door.
Okay. You inspect the door. It looks similar to the other doors. This one is not fanciful. It's just a plain metal door. It looks like it's possible to open. Darcy, what are you doing?
Digging in the rubble for goodies.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception check. And then finally, Judge, you've just entered the room. There's the stained glass. There's the benches. You can see Cyclonin near one of the doors. What are you doing?
Um, I will go up and take a good, long, hard look at the stained glass. See if it's try and investigate. See if it's holding any secrets or might be showing some important information.
Okay, so that sounds like the first thing you're going to do is obviously try to figure out what the scenes are. So you do see it depicts 3 scenes. One scene is a woman with green snakes for hair, and she's handing a vivid red goblet to several white-robed figures with a bright yellow background. You see in the next scene a tan-colored man lying on a gray altar, with a person in right robes stabbing him with a knife. Vivid red blood drains into a red goblet. The background is vivid orange. And the third one is a striking green spirit or ghost seen coming out of or attached to a white statue. Beneath the statue is the red goblet. The background is a deep purple. You also notice, after seeing the scenes, as you see that some of the glass panels, it's hollow behind some of them, and one of them, and Tavros already noticed this because you can see him prying at it. But as you kind of look over, Tavros is just trying to pry the glass up. You can see that there's something dark inside one of those cavities behind a glass panel.
Okay, I'm definitely looking for secret buttons or.
Okay, so while you're checking that out, Gizzard, what are you doing?
I'm checking out these benches. What's going on with these benches?
Sorry, say that one more time.
I'm checking out the benches.
Oh, the benches.
Yeah, seeing what's going on with the benches.
Several stone benches around the edges of the room. They're cracked and somewhat broken, but you get the impression that based on the kind of indentations, you see kind of indentations where people sat on the benches. And you can kind of see little marks on the floor where people's feet probably were at one point. And so as you go through, you can tell that all of these benches are well used.
Interesting. Then after that, I'm just gonna help Darcy look through the piles of rubble for goodies.
Okay. Darcy, you look through the pile of rubble. You do find something this time. Let me go ahead and bring it up. You find a couple of those of the silver snake coins. So 3. I said 3. I said okay. I'm trying to make a file with 3 of them, and it keeps adding 3s. All right, so you can pick those up if you want. And then, Gizzard, you can go and give me a perception. You already have. You actually find one of the gold coins.
Ooh.
So I'll place that there. And you should be able to pick that up.
Don't mind if I do.
All right, Judge. So Tavros, actually, real quick, you messed with it. You tried to get the glass off, but with your roll of a 4, you for the life of you can't figure it out. You notice the judge is kind of come up close and is kind of looking over your shoulder. So, Judge, what are you doing? You see Tavros. He's struggling to try to pry this glass off without breaking it, but you can tell that he's definitely not going to be able to do it. So what are you going to do?
using as much focus and awareness as I can, looking over this whole mural. I'm looking for possible like a secret button or a lever, some mechanical means that this should open, something hidden. I'm gonna try and give myself a little bit of guidance to help see if I can really find the how to open this thing. There's got to be a button or something somewhere, somehow mechanical. Hidden door.
Okay, go ahead and give me a, I guess, an investigation or a perception check as you look for some sort of hidden button, door, panel, that kind of thing. Okay, so yeah, you go and you look around, you look at all the glass panels and everything, and you realize that that Tavros was completely overcomplicating it. As it turns out, the glass panels where there's space behind them, clearly they're meant to be removed, and off on one side of it, you can see that if you there's a little gap that looks like it was intentional. So if you take a knife or something, you can go in and pry it, and it just pops off. Unfortunately, Tavros, with his roll of a 4, was looking at all the other sides and didn't notice that feature.
He was pushing the pull door again.
Okay. You figure out how to pop these off, but you haven't done so yet. So what are you gonna do?
Judge, watching Tavros sit there and struggle with it, Judge will just very gently put his hand on Tavros' shoulder and say, just a second, my friend. Reach in his belt, pull out a dagger, place it exactly where the little sliver is, and pop.
Yep. It pops open. And inside, you see the darndest thing. You see a cylinder. It looks like a scroll case to you, except that it's furry, meaning it has like little. It's like it has like hairs sticking out of it, like a short-haired dog or a short-haired cat, and it looks fresh.
Based on the clues from the pictures depicted here, I'm not gonna trust touching that. I would like to use Mage Hand to gently pull it out without letting those little hairs touch anyone.
Okay, yeah, you pull the scroll case out of the compartment. Mage Hand lifts it and pulls it easily enough, so it's got it out of the compartment. What are you going to do with it next?
Shall we take it over here, set it down on the bench, and do a much closer examination?
Okay, so you put it on the bench, and you see a scroll case, a furry scroll case.
Not touching that.
Is there a way to?
Judge, actually, go ahead and give me a perception check. Gizzard, you're actually in the area too. You can give me a perception check as well.
Okay, perception. All right.
Okay, so Judge, it's barely audible, but you swear you hear the sound of a meow. You don't know where it sounds like it's coming from the scroll case, but you don't see a mouth, you don't see any movement, but you hear this kind of meow or something like that coming from the case.
Is there any way to maintain the scroll
If you're talking, I can't hear you.
Is there any way for Mage Hand to open the scroll case? Does it have like a
It does
lid
have
on one side?
it does have a cap to it. I would say it's kind of a finesse thing. So go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
Yeah, you direct the Mage Hand, and it pops off the top, and it just kind of comes off, and inside you see a regular looking scroll.
Can I unroll the scroll to get a look at it without reading it if it's a magic scroll?
So you're gonna have your Mage Hand kind of pull the scroll out of the case, then?
Yeah.
Yep. So you pull it out, and you take a quick look, and it doesn't seem to do anything to you. It does seem to be some sort of complex diagram, though. But this is just kind of like you peeking and looking away and making sure it didn't hurt you or anything.
Okay. I'll try and take a better look.
Could you talk louder?
I will try and take a better look.
Yeah, you take a better look. It doesn't seem to do anything to you. You do see some sort of complex diagram. It seems to perhaps the operation of a machine or device. However, in isolation, it doesn't make any sense to you. Perhaps if you saw whatever it is that it's referencing, maybe it'd make more sense. But right now, it doesn't really make any sense. However, I will go ahead and plop it down for you, so you can pick it up if you want.
Yes. I will attempt to pick it up with Mage Hand and put it in a pouch so it's isolated, and then get it in my backpack.
Okay. You pick up and put away the scroll. In the meantime, so Gizzard and Judge, you were doing that. Tavros, you were involved. Conglomerate and Darcy was searching. So Conglomerate, were you doing anything during all of that?
No.
All right. All right. So Cyclonin, you're at the door. The it seems like a regular door. I mean, it doesn't seem to be stuck or locked or have anything special. It is a rusted metal door. So what are you gonna do?
I had my back to it while I was watching all the scroll antics.
Okay, so now the scroll antics are over. What are you gonna do?
So step out of the way of the door and let somebody else mess with it.
Okay, so about 10 minutes has passed since you entered the room. So what are you guys gonna do?
You know what? I'll go to the door.
Okay.
I would like to listen to see if there's any noise on the other side.
You listen. You don't hear anything, but you can give me a perception check. Or you don't hear anything obvious, but you know, if you're strained, maybe.
Come on. Okay.
Yeah, you don't hear anything.
All right, I'm going to first pull on it, and if pulling doesn't do
that
anything,
works.
I'll try clicking.
You pull it open, so just go ahead and click on it. It should open. All right. On the inside, you see another area where the floor kind of matches the hallway you came through, a kind of a darker stone with a kind of a diagonal pattern on it. And then you see another fine door, another artistic door. This one has the image of a statue, of a large statue, perhaps. And then you see two robed figures on either side of the statue. The statue itself looks like a large warrior or something like that, holding a spear. And then to the south, you see a door that looks more, more similar to the door you just came through. A rusted metal door, but seems openable.
Let's go to the rusty door.
Yeah, I like that.
Agreed.
I'm gonna open it.
Okay,
Do it.
go ahead and open it. So inside, you see another room with mostly rubble, collapsed. However, a conglomerate, you have a passive perception of 15, it looks like. So you notice that there's something potentially odd with that back wall in the sense that it's a slightly different color than the other walls.
Okay. Slightly different color. How?
Yeah, I mean it's the same hue, but it's a little darker,
Okay.
but just slightly.
You guys see this? This wall's wrong. I'm gonna like kind of poke at it, push on it.
Okay, you go and you take a closer look at it. Go ahead and give me since you're poking and stuff at it, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Ah, yes. I'm very good at that. Nice.
Yeah, it's not, after investigating for a while, maybe it is just a regular wall.
Okay. Well, this room's got nothing.
Anybody else going to do anything? Darcy, you're up front.
What were you talking about the wall? What's different?
And once
It's a different color.
Conglomerate points it out, you notice that this section of wall right here seems slightly darker than the rest of the walls in the room.
All right, she's going to investigate it, I guess.
Okay,
Will help.
you start feeling around, looking around, trying to figure out what might be different. Go ahead. Okay, as you start investigating, you notice that one of the stones is loose.
Loose as in pull out or push inward?
You just notice it's loose. You haven't tried doing either yet. It kind of wobbles when you touch it.
All right, she's gonna try to pull it out like it's like a little lever thing, and if that doesn't work, she'll push inward like it's a button.
Okay, you go to pull it out, and as you do so, you notice that you hear a grinding noise, and the wall in front of you slides over slightly. Let me see if I can select this. Here we go. We'll make it a door. So there you go. It kind of slides over, and you notice that on the other side you can see another hallway. You can see a bunch of debris partially blocking the way, although you can probably crawl over it. Around the debris you see several more doors, and the hall goes around the corner.
Conglomerate, come back. You found a secret door.
Whoa! I can't believe I did that. There's a lot of rocks here. Can we just walk past them?
Yeah, you basically have to crawl over it, so think of it as double rough terrain.
Gotcha.
What if I hippity hop my 10 feet with my leaps?
Then you hit the ceiling. That hurts.
Oh, really?
I have no time for double difficult rough terrain.
In combat, that would have a more effect, but yeah, since you're crawling over it, it's not. It's fine.
Gotcha.
All right, so yeah, you
Ooh.
see several plain metal doors, and at the end of the hall, Conglomerate, you see two double wide doors. They're metal,
Yeah.
but they seem to be ridged. And there's also ridges vertically you can't see in the map as well, as they seem to be heavily reinforced.
Gotcha.
Davros, you're not afraid of some rubble, are you?
Apparently he's not.
Shane, are you still here?
Yeah.
Okay. You didn't answer Cyclonin, so
Oh, I'm sorry. I must have missed it. What did you say?
I said you are not afraid of some rubble, are you? Tell
What?
you
No.
but you are speechless.
all right. So yeah, you actually I'll do that later. So you're all in the hall. You see two of the rusted doors. Conglomerate, you kind of backed off, so you no longer see the double doors.
Yeah, I was gonna tell everybody at the end of the hall there's two really big doors. They got fancy stuff on them.
Perhaps we should open these first, these normal doors, before we go to fancy door.
Absolutely. Let me open that for you. I'm trying to move my there we go.
Is it a push door or a pull door?
I tried both.
Yeah, I think
I'm
that
not
one would
sure.
be cool. So you open it up, you see another small room full of rubble. The ceiling and part of the room has collapsed. However, you could crawl under it if needed.
All right, it's time. I start
How come
pulling
I
at
can't
stones.
see things?
You might not have a light source. Do you want a light source?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
she
want to
should
light
have a
her.
lantern.
She wouldn't be in the dark. She has a lantern.
Okay.
I'm gonna
All
dig in the
right.
rubble.
All right, Darcy, let's find the stone.
Go ahead
Start-
and give me a perception check. And what are you doing, Conglomerate?
I'm just gonna be pulling at rocks on the wall
Okay,
to
you
try
start
and
pulling
open it.
at the rocks and at the walls, and nothing's. I mean, the rocks on the ground move, but nothing on the wall moves.
Yeah, well,
Judge will go ahead and give Darcy a little guidance as she's looking, just because she's standing here.
Okay.
What does guidance give me? +4 or something?
D4.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a d4. So that's a 16, but unfortunately, as you search, you don't really find anything of note other than rubble.
Oh, well.
all right, secret door. You've defeated me for now, but I will be back.
He will be back.
Why won't it let me drag my character?
Oh, are you stuck? Oh, there it goes.
No, it just like for whatever reason, sometimes when I like click and drag, it isn't registering.
All right. You could use, I think the arrow keys or WASD can work. So if you,
Oh, yeah,
you
huh.
might be able to get yourself unstuck that way.
Cool. All right, let's open this bad boy up.
Okay.
Oh, geez.
You see another small room with rubble. In this room, you can see there's some petrified wood in one corner, and there's some stains on the floor. Probably water, but it's hard to tell. Could it be wine or
Blood. Blood stains.
Maybe. I feel like there's a big difference between a blood stain and a water stain.
Says who?
Fair enough.
True enough,
Where?
but in this case, it's faint enough and old enough that it's hard to tell.
Got you. So where is this petrified wood?
That's kind of in the corner.
Could I take some with me?
Sure.
Yeah, Judge was going to try and pick up a piece as well.
You gotta find your own, man.
Oh, there's more than one piece.
Yeah, there's plenty of there's plenty of petrified wood in there.
Okay.
They're all small pieces though, splinters to maybe 2 inches.
Got you.
Just a couple of 2-inch pieces of petrified wood, and if I can, I'd like to try and investigate the entire room to see if there's anything else we might have missed or is hidden.
Sure, you're gonna spend like 10 minutes searching.
Um, as much as I can, 10 minutes searching. Everybody else has got stuff they're doing.
Okay, fair enough. So you spend 10 minutes searching there. In the meantime, I see that Cyclonin and Tavros and Darcy have moved up to the end of the hall. Oh, Judge, you can go ahead and roll your investigation. So what are you guys doing?
I just want to open the other doors. That's okay. So which door is the double?
So both of them
Oh.
on either side, they're large double doors. On one side, you can see etched on the door. It looks like scrolls, and on the other side, you see etched on the door what looks like a statue with two robed figures standing on either side.
Hmm.
They're both massive doors, but they have handles, and you don't see any bars or any reason they wouldn't open, although you suspect they're probably going to be heavy.
let's- How about we open the scroll door? Maybe treasures or something of importance inside.
Okay. Whoever is going to open the scroll door can give me a strength check.
Have fun, y'all.
Or athletics.
I can open this door.
Okay, go for it.
Now, is it a push or a pull?
It looks like it is a pool.
All right, I'll pull on the door.
Judge, you have, in the meantime, you've thoroughly investigated the room. It'll take, like I said, the 10 minutes, but you're sure there's nothing else in there.
Okay.
All right, you pull it up with an 18. That opens it, so go ahead and click on it. So you open up the
Wow.
door, and you see a relatively large room. So you can see broken petrified wood fills space evenly in even rows. You can see that the stone floor, in some spots, you can see an overlay of a coiling golden snakes and a pattern of gold highlights throughout the floor. You can see the floor has been smashed and broken in several places. You notice a kind of a form that out of the corner of your eye. It's almost like a spirit or a ghost or maybe a person kind of walking between. Go ahead and pause the echo real quick. Kind of between the rows. You also see in the center of the room there is a stone pedestal, and on the top of it, for the first time I think in this world, you see a codex. It's basically a fancy name for a book, and the book has this red cover. You don't know what the material is, but it seems to be in good shape. But you notice that rusted chains are attached to the cover of the book through hoops, and those rusted chains are attached to the pedestal at the base. And you see a plain rusted metal door to the north. But where the echo is, you can see a natural cavern, or looks like a natural cavern, but clearly a part of the wall has been broken away. But in that cavern, you can see an even larger version of one of the eggs from before. So what are you guys gonna do?
Well, I'm gonna trade out one of my pieces, the small pieces of petrified wood, for the big pieces.
Okay. In the meantime, I will actually put down the spirit.
Oh, is that real? I thought it was like a thing that was embossed into the ground.
No, there's actually what looks like it's kind of you only kind of see it out of the corner of your eye, but it's this figure that seems to be walking up and down where the rows of whatever this was. It almost reminds you, Judge, of the library. Where they'd have the wooden scroll cases, but if you destroyed that and petrified it. And in fact,
Ah,
if you look carefully, you can see bits of ancient scroll pieces here and there, although you doubt it's in any good condition. But the spirit seems to be walking up and down the rows, and she reaches out and kind of moves stuff around as if straightening things up or maybe moving scrolls around.
Hey, Darcy, you want to talk to the scary ghost lady?
Well, before you do that, Cyclonin has gone closer to the cave. So
Oh boy.
as you get closer, you can see that it heads north and it heads south. And to the north, you can see a small little tunnel that leads off to what looks like a room over here. If you want to go up there and investigate it at some point, I'll give more of a description of what's over there. And the cave goes in both north and south.
This is not good. I see a minimum of 3 very large eggs, and I think I can see bodies down below.
Oh, okay.
Just mirrors this room really bright.
It is really bright. It's bright for multiple reasons. We have multiple people with torches in close proximity, which is why I was turning them on as needed. Here, I'll actually help out a little. Let's see who else has an extra. Okay, yeah. Darcy, I temporarily turned off your lantern. If you want me to turn it back on, I can.
Okay, yeah, just whenever I get out of the room where it's not lit up.
But
Josh looks like a ghost.
the floor is a very light color, and it's got gold edges, and so it's a very bright room anyway. And in fact, something you do notice is that the reflective floor with your lanterns, it does actually kind of hurt your eyes because it's a little bit brighter in here than it would have been anywhere else so far.
All right, gonna go say hi to the ghost. If it attacks me, we just bombard it.
Yeah.
Okay, you go up, and what do you do?
Excuse me.
You speak, and it seems like it doesn't even realize you're there. It just keeps going about whatever it's doing.
Can I touch a ghost? That's the best question.
Are you going to try?
I'm gonna try.
You go to touch, and your hand goes right through her.
An attempt was made.
can
Alright.
Judge, seeing what happened, make a, I guess, Arcana or a history check to see if he might recognize what kind of spirit this is, if it was talked about in all the other information in the previous libraries.
Sure, you can give me a history check. Yeah, you don't recall anything. I mean, it did talk about spirits in some of the stuff you read, but it wasn't really all that specific, and so there's really no connections that come to mind.
Well, maybe she'll respond if we touch the book, the important-looking thing in the middle of the room.
Okay, as you walk up, and Tavros was there, but he didn't say he was touching it or whatever. He's kind of nearby. But Darcy, you kind of get really close to it, and suddenly the woman faces your direction, and she says, "Leave that alone. Step away. Leave the codex."
The
What do
codex.
you do, Darcy?
Taking a run.
I've got a long way to run, and also it's chained.
Fair enough.
Darcy or Judge, would either of you be so kind as to perhaps cast a tiny hut right where I'm standing?
They're talking to
Cast
a
a
ghost
tiny
right
hut where?
now.
Where I am standing.
Well, if you give me a few minutes, I can do this with no problem here.
While they're doing that, she's going to try to address the ghost again to see now that it's no longer dusting non-existent books. What importance does this have?
Step away. The information, it is forbidden. It is dangerous. Do not touch it, or you will die. Or I will kill you. Her voice gets deeper, and her eyes glow red.
Maybe leave Codex.
What is that?
No, they're casting Tiny Hut for some reason.
That will happen in 10 minutes.
Interesting decision.
For now, I'm gonna leave it alone because I'm gonna wait for the hut to be cast, and then I'm gonna mess with the book.
Okay, so
Oh, I'll
do you
be there
step
messing with
away
the
for the
book with
time
you.
being, or are you still gonna hover over it?
I'm gonna step away from it so Ghost Librarian stops being angry.
All right. Well, I'll move you away then a little. Okay. So in the meantime, Judge is casting. Darcy stepped away from the codex, and the spirit seems to just go right back to what she was doing as if nothing happened. Cyclonan, you asked for this thing to be created. So Tavros, what are you doing?
Nothing. Observing.
All right. Conglomerate, what are you up to?
I replaced my petrified wood, and it's a good question.
While
That's
you're
the codex.
thinking, are you doing anything, Gizzard?
I'm telling Kong to touch the codex and see what happens. And I'm moving this way, but I'm not touching it.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm not touching it. What's up with this door again?
It
Rude.
looks like a rusted metal door, similar to the ones you found in the hallway.
Okay, I'll leave it for now, but I'm trying to like kind of listen or see anything about it.
Okay, you take a listen. Go ahead and give me a perception check. There's nothing obvious though.
All right.
Okay, yeah, you're listening at the door. You don't hear anything at that door, but since you're straining so hard, you hear a bunch of buzzing noise coming from this direction.
Sorry, can you reping that? Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely not something you can see, but you can hear buzzing noise coming from that
I'll
direction, and
let
a lot
everyone
of it.
know. Hey guys, there's a lot of buzzing coming from that cave.
That is what I expected.
Huh? That's good, I guess then.
All right, so 10 minutes passes, and Judge, your tiny hut materializes. Let me go ahead and actually make a roll here.
Yeah,
as it
what's gonna happen since
materializes.
the codex is in the hut, isn't it?
Yes.
That's weird. Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and do. We'll say these guys flew up. Oh, wrong ones. Wrong ones. Sorry. These guys flew up. And out of the hall, or from somewhere off screen, you see some. Somebody might see some grubs, ginormous grubs crawling up from this direction.
The name of the Sorg is scary.
If you hover over it, you can get a closer look. But yes, they are massive. They are basically larger than a Great Dane.
Lovely.
All right, so your spell has been cast, Judge. Your tiny hut's in place for the next 8 hours. So,
Okay.
what is your plan? What are you guys gonna do? Oh,
So,
actually, that was
Well,
an hour, or that was 10 minutes. So yeah, let me mark that. Okay.
yep. Looking over the fortunate son's shoulder at what he has come across up here is like, so, what were your thoughts again?
and I thought from within the safety of the dome, I could send my echo out and start destroying these eggs. And if something went wrong, we at least have some protection afforded to
Eh,
us.
Excellent idea.
I do not like the look of those Sorg over there, though. They look tougher than any we have met before. Perhaps we can manage them easily enough, but I do not
I
know.
would definitely like to try. We are gods. We are in the position we are in only because of some strange machinations. The one thing we do know is that these bugs, these Zorg, are the left hand of whatever is making these machinations. We can give them no quarter and must exterminate them where they lie.
Well, in that case, is everybody else okay with me sending my echo to destroy the eggs and potentially instigate an attack?
Okay.
What was that, Tavros?
I said okay.
Let's do it.
How about you, Conglomerate?
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
And Darcy, I feel I know your answer, but I shall ask anyway.
We will have to deal with them eventually.
Very well. I'm going to go ahead and let's see. Yep. I'm going to go ahead and send the echo over here, and I'm going to go ahead and switch to my hammer. And I'm just going to go ahead and using the echo to attack to start pummeling this particular egg sac.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an attack roll. I mean, you'll hit, but the attack rolls to see if you're able to do any damage to its thicker shell. Your hammer smashes into it and just kind of bounces off, doing no damage.
This is a poorly aimed attack. I shall try this again.
This
That is
time
much better.
you do hit it. You hear a crack. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, it's versatile, so I guess I will roll it that way. Rerolling. No, I can't, because that's not a Polar Master thing.
Fair enough. You see a small crack form as you do 4 points of damage, and at that point, I am going to have you guys roll initiative. So let me go ahead and get everybody set up real quick. We'll go ahead and add you. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Okay, you got yourself. Okay, fantastic. Go ahead and add these guys. Go ahead and roll. Okay, everybody roll initiative.
Oh
All
god.
right. Sorry. Let me get my roll in.
Same.
And what I'm going to go ahead and do quick is I'm going to go ahead and make a quick token for to represent the eggs here. Eggs. NPC, just so you can see the health. My asset library, fallen gods, invisible, there we go. And here we go. Here we go. And armor class. Come on. Flat. Let me edit it. Thank you. Alright. There we go. So. Oh, I forgot. Sorry. I forgot to make sure you guys can actually see the health. Prototype, resources, hovered by anyone. And there we go. We'll go ahead and place it. And then we'll go ahead and place these down here. And I'll do your damage to it in a minute. Once I get these other guys placed. Okay, and let's see, you did what, 4 damage to it? I have it
Yep,
written down. Yeah, 4 damage.
That's like a really powerful attack in this game.
Oh yeah, you know, it's amazing it didn't die. Alright, so you should be able to hover over the egg now and see its health. Does that work?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So everybody rolled for initiative. We'll go ahead and begin combat. Alright, Judge, you are currently inside your dome. You can see that Cyclonin is Zeko is whacking at the egg. However, you can hear the noise of buzzing coming from this direction. So what are you going to do?
Oh, you guys are all gonna love me.
Hmm.
Judge
Fire.
steps right up. Judge steps right up next to Fortunate Son, puts his hand on his shoulder, and says, "If you swing the hammer just a little bit more to the left and add just a little more topswing on it, you could probably strike it with just a tiny bit more force, giving Cyclonin the help action on his next attack, because I cannot cast spells through the tiny hut, nor can I leave the tiny hut to do anything else at all in combat."
Fair enough. Alright, Cyclonin.
All right. Well, taking Judge's amazing advice, I'm gonna go ahead and swing the warhammer again
Okay.
at the egg.
That's a 20, right? Yep, so that's a hit. So its AC is 15.
All right. That's a better hit.
All right.
Although not great.
So you hear another crack as you do 8 points of damage to it, and you notice that as you do so, there's a kind of a puff of the purple fog that kind of raises, and if the echo could breathe, I'd be asking for a saving throw right now.
All right. Oh yeah, I got more than one attack, don't I? So I'm gonna go ahead and attack again.
Okay, you hit.
All right. All the damage.
Is that taking? Or
Yeah, I'm not using my glaive, so I don't get to do anything else with that.
all right, fair enough.
That's my turn.
All right, Darcy, you can see the echo outside kind of beating up one of the eggs. You don't really see anything else from there. So what are you going to do? If you want to take the dodge action or just pass your turn, that's acceptable as well.
Does the spirit seem to be interested at all of any of the combat going on?
It's still it's straightening up scrolls that no longer exist. It's
Part of
completely
me wants
ignoring
to
you
call
guys.
the audible. I don't need to make this worse, but I want to make this worse.
Are you turning into Tavros now?
Are you debating trying to grab at the book?
The chains are rusted, aren't they?
So, okay, so the chains are attached to the cover of the book. They're attached to the altar. They seem to be attached at the base of the altar. If you look down, you can see that there's some sort of bars or something, some rusted bars they're attached to, and it seems to be too firm. You may be able to get to pry the bars out with time, but you're not sure.
Can spells be set off inside the hut without affecting the hut if it doesn't destroy the hut?
I think spells work inside just fine. They just can't
Yes,
go through.
yeah, you can cast spells inside, you can cast spells outside, but you can't cast spells through. Everybody else can pass through the hut freely, but as soon as I leave the hut, it disappears, so I'm stuck inside.
Okay.
But everybody else can go wherever.
Um,
And obviously, you have to be in one of the lit squares to be considered inside the hut. It's one of the yellow ones.
I mean, you nudged me over so library lady wouldn't have a conniption.
I did, yeah. So you're still inside. It's just you're not right on top of the you're not right there next to the codex. Because the squares go out to here, so that includes your square.
Okay. I want to use force damage on the little chain posts at the bottom to pop them if I can.
Okay, so you target one of them and attack with force damage. Go ahead and give me your attack.
Okay. Da-da-da-da.
Okay, you hit. Roll damage. All right, so you definitely hit it, and so there's basically 4 of the chains attached with these bars, and each bar is separate. So you manage to pry one of the bars free, with the others are obviously still attached. However, as you do so, the spirit turns towards you and says, "I told you to leave it alone." And she goes and adds, she's going to roll initiative. Oh, I got to add her to combat. That's why it's not working. All right. So hit end turn when ready, Darcy. She's ahead of you in the turn order, so she'll go around. She'll go next turn.
Okay.
Okay. So this giant grub, crawls out of the cave and is going to attack the Echo. With the 15, I'm pretty sure the Echo dodges, correct?
That misses.
All right, Tavros, you are inside the tiny hut. You can see the spirit that was ignoring you guys is suddenly very interested in you guys, and also there's a giant grub, larger than a Great Dane, attacking the Echo. So, what are you gonna do?
Oh God. Should I attack the
So just so you
spirit?
know, if you can't cast spells through the tiny hut, you can leave the tiny hut, but obviously if you do so, it doesn't protect you.
But you can go back in if you've got enough movement.
True.
I think I'll try attacking the spirit first. First, I'm gonna rage.
Okay.
Step over here. Oh, my wild magic table.
So you'll need. The creature takes 1d6 force damage as magic lashes out in retribution if it attacks you.
Sweet.
If it hits you. So it actually has
Yep.
to hit. So you'll need to be in this square or this square since you'll have to be out of the hut.
I'll go over here.
Okay, fair enough.
I'll hit the library spirit
Go
if
for
I
it.
can. I don't really know what's gonna happen here.
Okay, you swing, and your weapons, your swords, pass right through her as if
Yep.
she's not even there.
Yep, kind of figured. All right, haha. I'm gonna go now. Bye bye.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
All right. A sword master comes out around the corner, and it decides to go ahead and do a ray of frost against the echo. It gets a critical hit, and it does 21 points of cold damage. Okay, he's gonna go there, and actually, it gets closer, and you notice it's looking at. Actually, back up a step. Judge, what does your tiny hut look like from the outside?
From the outside, I have made it to match the floor and walls of the library. It is completely opaque. You cannot see inside, and it's really shiny. From
Okay.
the inside, it's perfectly clear, but from the outside, you cannot see in, and it looks to match the.
Fair enough. So the Sorg is looking at that dome. Okay. The grub will just stay there. You'll just stay there. All right, conglomerate. From where you are, I don't think you can see much. You can you see the dome. You see the spirit that is clearly angry. You don't know what she's going to do yet. And you can probably see some of the eggs in the cavern. So what are you going to do?
I'm gonna let. I'm gonna wait for the grubs to advance and just trust that Cyclonin has this covered, and I'm gonna kind of stand here. And if the library spirit moves to attack, I would like to attack her. So I'm just gonna hold an action to attack her, if that makes sense.
So if she does something where it looks like an attack, then you're
Aggressive,
going to
yes,
attack. Yeah, okay,
exactly. Then I'm going to attack.
fair enough.
And yeah, I guess that's it for now. Actually, I can see the grub. So why don't I bonus action throw a hunter's mark on the grub just to
You
get that
can't
out
cast
and
a
about.
spell through the hut.
That's
You'd have
right.
to run
Okay.
outside.
Yep. Sorry, I forgot about that. Then yeah, I'm just gonna hold my action here and end my turn.
Fair enough.
Cyclonin.
One thing you could have done is,
Oh.
well, next time. But one thing you could have done is, if you have enough movement, you could actually run out of the hut, do your thing, and then run back in.
I don't think I had enough movement to get back to where I wanted to be, but that is.
You probably
I think
would
I can do
have
that
if you
next
used
time.
your what's that ability you have that gives you extra movement at the beginning of your?
Oh, Zephyr Strike.
Is that what it is? I thought you had a combat one at the beginning that let you do stuff.
Dread Ambusher gives me
Yeah.
an extra 10 feet.
That's what I thought. Okay.
So if I had gone, well, actually, let me math it out. Maybe we could. Hold on. So
But since we've already passed it, this
Yeah,
is more of
yeah,
a
yeah.
future thing. But yeah, go ahead. All right, so Gizzard, You see the grub there. I don't think you can see the other creatures. Maybe you can. You see the eggs. You see the spirit. What are you gonna do?
Cyclone, do you want haste?
It could be somewhat useful.
Okay, I forget. Can I step like over here, one step, and cast a spell?
Yeah, you should be fine. You're still in the dome.
Perfect. Yeah, cool. I'm still in the dome.
Yeah, as long as you're on the
yellow,
you're in the dome.
Yeah. I'm gonna cast haste on Cyclonin.
Okay,
And kind of hide in the corner.
fair enough. Let's
Ooh.
see.
All right.
Hasted. There we go. All right. So creatures at disadvantage on saving throws against your next spell you cast in the next minute. Nice. That involves a saving throw, obviously.
Yeah, it's nice.
Cool. You have to remind me because I might forget. Go ahead and hit enter and I'm ready.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. So he's gonna hang out there. For now. He's gonna hang out there. For now. All right. So, oh no, she's a 19. So yep, Judge. It's you're up. What are you gonna do?
Alrighty.
You can see the spirit is staring at Darcy, and you can probably see the some of the creatures outside the dome.
I am not worried about the spirit. It cannot get into the dome. Just do not make eye contact. Not that magical effects could pass through anyway. As I step over, do I see? Am I not seeing Cyclonin's echo?
No, it got destroyed.
Oh, I'll. In that case, I will look around and say, maybe try swinging your hammer once at the grub and once at that egg. It's almost gone. You can do it. Help action when you get your echo back.
Fair enough. Hit it. Okay, there you go. Cyclonin. You got your pep talk. What are you gonna do?
I roll such an awesome initiative and I can't use it for anything.
Well, it's a situation of your own design, so there you go.
That is absolutely true.
All right, Cyclonin, what's up?
All right. Well, burning a bonus action, I'll bring a new echo into existence.
That takes 15 feet of movement to do that, right?
I think that's actually only to change places with it. It should just burn a bonus
okay,
action.
fair
in this
enough.
case. Not that I expect to be doing a whole lot of movement. I am going to go ahead and drop the Warhammer and use my free action to get my glaive in hand. And I'm going to go ahead and attack the closest Sorgmaster.
Okay, go for it. That 20 is a hit. Seven damage. Can you see its health?
Yeah.
I am not impressed with that. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and do my next attack.
Okay. That clearly hits. A good blow smashes it for 7 points of damage.
Creatures are much tougher than the other Sorg we've dealt with so far. All right, I'm going to go ahead and use that hasted attack to attack a third time.
All right. It dodges.
I'm going to go ahead and move the. Actually, no, not like that. I guess I don't have a choice. I'll just move the echo over here.
Okay.
And that's the end of my turn.
Okay. So the spirit looks right at you, Darcy, and she says, "You will die now." It reaches out its hand, and this is clearly aggressive. So, Conglomerate, go ahead and do your attack. Oh, actually, no. Sorry. It reaches out its hand, and it casts Dispel Magic. The dome goes away. Now do your
That's a
attack.
problem.
Conglomerate.
I will.
There it goes.
Let me make my roll.
Okay. Your sword goes right through her.
It's magic, though.
Your sword goes
Right.
right through her.
No, okay. Oh God, the spirit.
All right.
Okay.
So at this point in time, yeah, so she dispels the dome, and you see the wisp of magic as she dispels it go into her hand, and she's glowing a little brighter now. It's not your turn. You were just doing a attack, your opportunity attack, or your held
Yeah.
action.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to
Yeah.
move.
And
It's-
that's the end of her turn. Darcy, the spirit has dispelled the dome. You have loosened one of the chains. So what's your next action?
Okay.
And you have indeed made everything worse.
I knew I would. I knew I would. But I did anyway. All of us have to do it at least once.
Yep. Fair enough.
Well, she's a magical ghost that melee attacks don't seem to do anything to her. I'll try throwing something at her.
All right, go for it. What are you going to throw at her?
Let's try. What do we got? I got a lot of AoEs, and I don't want to blow up my friends. We'll try.
How badly do you want this book?
I mean, it seems very powerful and important, so.
Duly noted.
She's guarding it for a reason. Hold on.
That first chain you broke off, did you just break it off with brute force? I forgot, sorry.
I broke it off with Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
I'll try this. Do the thing. Don't wanna hurt my friends.
Each creature in 10-foot radius centered on that point must make a Constitution saving throw, or take 3d8 damage on failed or half. Okay, fair enough. So she will do so. She fails, so go ahead and roll damage.
Hooray!
All right.
Kablam!
So she takes 20 points of damage. She isn't wearing anything physical, so none of the other stuff happens, I don't think.
I guess the broken stuff gets already more broken.
Well, she doesn't have any more broken. She doesn't have any broken stuff, so maybe the stuff around her gets more broken, but she's not wearing anything. She's a spirit. So, but anyway, your 20 points of damage did affect her, and you should be able to hover over her health to see it. Can you do that? Let me double check.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So you can get an idea. So it definitely hurt her, but not by a huge amount.
All right.
Okay, hit enter when ready. You can move if you want.
probably will move over here.
All right.
And there.
All right. The grub goes and to attack the echo. With a 15, another 15, it misses. All right, Tavros, the spirit is active, and Darcy attacked it with spells. No melee seems to be doing anything. The grub is trying to attack the echo, and the dome is gone. What are you going to do? If you're talking, we can't hear you.
Oh, my bad. I was muted. I'm gonna attack this giant grub.
All right, go for it.
Pa.
Technically, you have advantage because the echo is flanking it.
I should have advantage anyway because of
Oh, okay.
rage.
Well, you definitely hit. Is that a hit?
What-
Let me
wh-
double
what-
check. It is a hit.
Sweet.
So 15 and 12.
Yeah.
So 15 and 12. Can you see its health?
No.
Okay, let me fix
No.
that. Hovered by anyone. Can you see its health now?
Yes.
Yes.
Let me fix the other two real quick. And the Sorg are working for you, correct?
Yeah.
And then I use hammering horns to shove it out of my way. Get him out of here.
Sure. We'll see what happens.
Uh,
It succeeds at
mm,
resisting your attack. So, okay, yeah. So you try to push it, but it doesn't work.
Yep, that's my turn.
All right. So the Sword Master sees Tavros. So he is going to cast. Okay, so you see out of his hand, you see an acid, a shimmering green arrow streak towards you. But you easily dodge out of the way. Okay, the next Sorg advance is going to step over and cast a Ray of Frost at the Echo, considering how easy it was to destroy previously. At the 21, it hits for 12 points of damage, destroying the Echo. And then the Sorg Master, seeing the Echo destroyed, is going to try his hands at the acid arrows against Tavros. But with a 21, that hits. Tavros takes 13 points of acid damage, and at the end of its next turn, you will take another 2d4 points of acid damage. The grub starts moving. Oh, actually no, he would have had to go sideways. So yeah, he doesn't have enough time to attack. So that's that. All right, so you get out here. All right, Tavros, another acid arrow in your direction. That's another hit. So you take 13 more points of acid damage, and you will take another 2d4 acid on it and end of its next turn. All right, Conglomerate. You probably can't see where all the attacks are coming from, but you can see Tavros getting peppered with these glowing green arrows shooting up from the northern part of the hallway. So what are you going to do?
Yeah, I do see that. I can't attack this spirit. Guess I'll just go help Tavros really quickly.
Oh, actually, hold on. As you step away,
Oh yeah, it's gonna take
it
its
takes its
opportunity.
opportunity
Yep.
attack. And
Nope.
launches a firebolt, but you dodge. Go ahead.
Oh, I
It has
don't.
a cantrip. That was a cantrip, and this enemy has the ability to take opportunity attacks using cantrips.
I'm actually just gonna stand off to the side here and ready an attack for right here, because I don't. Oh no, they can all see me. I should not do that. I take it back.
And they have been firing at range so far,
Yeah, yeah, I
except
don't
for the
like
grubs, of
that.
course.
Man, this is nasty. Okay. I'm gonna run over to here and try to use Tavros and this grub as like a body shield between me and the Sorg. And then I'm going to begin making, I'm gonna bonus action mark the grub, hunter's mark, 1 second.
Oh, sorry. You're gonna mark the grub, the closest one.
Yep, the one that I'm right next to.
Cool, cool.
And then I'm going to do my attacks. I get 2.
All right, go for it. That hits.
1.
And that hits as
Yeah.
well.
Okay. Plus a d6. So there's the first one.
And 12 points.
And here's the second one.
8 points.
Ah, it's only 20. That's too bad. And then yeah, I guess I'm just gonna hang out here and hope they don't shoot me.
All right, Gizzard. You can see Conglomerate has gone out to attack one of the grubs. I don't think you can see anything else from there, so what are you going to do?
I'll move 1. Then I will shoot this grub with magic missile. Actually, wait. Should I do that?
Magic.
I'm thinking about magic missiling. Maybe I will buff one of you. Because that sounds more useful.
Well, one thing you do notice that the grubs seem to be large and they don't. You haven't really seen them dodge or anything. You think they're probably easy to hit.
Yeah, so magic missile is not very good against them.
Yeah,
That's my only attacking spell.
maybe give a buff out. We're gonna need some buffs because these
what I'm
Sorg
thinking.
masters are crazy.
Maybe haste. That way,
Yeah.
this one of them can wail on somebody.
Already on
Okay.
me though, and if any other concentration spell gets casted, it's gonna stun me.
Oh. Oh yeah. I could wait, is this no, they're all concentration.
Yeah, typically for concentration, you can only have one going at the same time.
Well, that's lame.
If you really want to cast some sort of a spell on somebody, if you'd hold your action until after I've taken my turn, then it won't be as big a deal if I get stunned, given what I plan to do next.
Does
Uh,
enlarge take a concentration?
Unfortunately, it does.
Hmm.
Are you sure I can only have one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's the
Yeah.
the balance for the spell because it lasts a long
Okay.
time, but the balance is its concentration.
Yeah. Is there a way? Do you guys know if there's like a feat I can get in the future that allows me to do multiple?
Don't think so.
Okay.
We can.
Now, this would
try-
be a good candidate for a divine artifact, though.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a great idea.
if you go on your character sheet where you put all your divine artifacts, if you want to replace one of them, or just add it and tell me. Yeah, go ahead and add it and just order them in order that you want. You know, so if this bumps something down the order, and then I'll figure out what to replace.
Yeah, that's really smart. Okay. For now, I'm gonna magic missile this guy, the Sword Master.
Oh, the Sword Master? Okay, go for it.
Yeah. Wait. Or Cyclonin, do you think it'd be a better use of my time to wait till you're done and then cast another haste? Because how many more turns of haste do you have?
Most of the minute, but I'm probably not going to be in this battle for much longer. So if you're willing to just hold your, if you're just willing to hold your action, you'll be able to cast it again, basically before the spirit goes.
Okay, then I'll hold my action, and I'll move back to my original spot. Actually,
Okay,
so I
so
don't
the trigger is obviously going to be after Cyclone is done at this turn. But what's the action? What are you going to do once that happens?
I will. Let's see. I'm gonna buff Tavros with haste.
Okay, so
I'm
yeah,
actually going to move to. No, that's bad. I'm staying
you
back
can't
here.
move and do an action on a held action, so you have to make sure you can see Tavros, otherwise it won't work.
Yeah, never mind. I'm going back to. This is my original spot.
Yeah.
I'll stay here.
Okay.
Holding my action.
Hit into the permitting. Okay. All right. So fly out. All right. Let's see. Tavros is still in front compared to that thing. Sorry, Tavros. However, Tavros, you dodge. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, you'll just stay there. Alright, Judge. You definitely, the battle's in full swing. However, the spirit is still around and vengeful. So what are you going to do?
Okay. And even though nobody's touching the book right now, she looks like she's about to continue attacking.
She's definitely going to attack Darcy again. Or for the first time.
She's an angry librarian, and I just put gum on the book.
She
All
warned
right.
her, and the warning was not heeded. So death is in order. Go ahead, Judge.
So no matter what, she's going to keep attacking Darcy. All right. Judge is going to go ahead and whip out Certos, and there are 3 chains left unbroken on this book, correct?
Yes.
I would recommend you hold off on that because I think you're about to try to take my plan. If you can contribute to the main fight, that would be better.
Okay.
Let's see how this
I mean,
works out.
unless you have a really good way to escape, but I've got a fair bit of movement accessible to me right now.
Ah, I get where you're getting at. Gotcha. Just a nod. Judge says,
Darcy, come with me out of the frying pan into the fire. And he's going to run past this way and step up here, activating Blade Song as his bonus action.
Okay, go ahead and bring it up.
All right. 1 second. Come on.
All right.
Okay, and then
So you've activated Blade Song. What's next? If you're talking, I can't hear you.
I'm trying to navigate, and it takes a second here.
Oh, okay, no problem. I
Right.
just make sure you
Yeah.
are talking.
Yeah, opening and closing windows is a little slow on my computer.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, no, I still took out Certos. I'm still going to go ahead and swing away. First swing on Sorg Master.
Okay, this one here. Go for it. You can remember. You can. I think it's double click or double right click or something to target them so I can see. There you go.
Oh, there we go. I keep forgetting. Okay. And
Let's see. So
how high is the ceiling in here? In the cave, how high is the ceiling? Is it like short or tall?
How high is the ceiling? He's asking.
Oh, the ceiling, it would be probably about 8 feet.
Okay, so it's a pretty short ceiling. All right.
Yeah.
Yep, we'll go ahead and just do this like this then. All right, his first swing.
That is a hit.
Okay, and I'm gonna roll standard damage first.
Okay.
And then
12 damage.
this is thunder damage.
All right. Yep, it takes the full thunder damage. Oops. Did I do that wrong? I did that wrong. My bad. Oh, I don't know what the heck it did. All right. I think it was something like that. Sorry about that. I don't know what I hit, but it cleared out everything. Let's see what it had. Hold on. So it was 8 down. Okay, so here I'll do this. I want to be fair here. So you did 12 and 11, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So sorry about that. So we'll go back 12 and 11. Okay. Sorry, I cleared it out to like 4 hit points, but yeah, you didn't do that much damage yet. Anyway, so you hit it with Booming Blade for 12 and then 11 damage. So what's next?
The second attack of my attack action is going to be just Sirtos. Oh,
And it dodges.
and then a bonus action attack on Grub.
You're attacking the grub?
Yeah, I do my major
Okay.
attack against this sword guy, and then just my bonus action attack, I side swing on this Grub.
You hit.
Okay.
You cut deeply into the grub, but it has so much mass that it's still rearing to go.
So we don't
Hit
yet know
enter and
how
I'm ready.
easy this-
Hold on. What were you saying, Tyler?
We,
Quiet.
We don't know how easy or difficult it is to hit these sword masters or grubs yet, do we?
You know the
I was
grubs
trying
are
to figure out
fairly easy.
ACs.
The sword masters are fairly hard, but you haven't gotten close enough to the real numbers to really know yet.
Okay.
come on.
There we go.
All right, Cyclonin, what are you gonna do?
Okay, well, with my bonus action, I am bringing the Echo back into play. And so my first attack, I'm going to go ahead and attack. Should I attack the chains or the bars?
You do know that Darcy was able to remove one of the bars with 9 points of damage. You have no idea how tough the chains are.
All right, well, I will go ahead and attack bars then. So my first attack.
Okay, you smash one of the bars, and it comes loose.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and attack. I'm going to use a Unleash Incarnation to attack another one.
Okay. Okay, you hit it. You hit it.
Rolling.
Okay. Okay, you knock it out.
All right.
Then my next attack, I'm gonna go ahead and attack the last of the bars. There's 4 of them, right?
There's 3 because one was already knocked out, and you got 2 of them so
Yeah,
far.
that's what I meant. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, you do smash it, and you knock it out.
All right. So is the book freed now?
The chains are still attached, but it is freed.
All right. So in that case, one thing I'm gonna do is 1, 2, 3, 4. Not actually. Oh, is that door? Oh, that's right. 3. Okay, and then 6 seems about right. Okay, so it's got my echo moved. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is triggering feline agility. Actually, no, I would have done that first. But anyway, so now what I'm going to do is, so I should have 60. Yeah, I should have 120 feet of movement available to me now. So I'm going to go ahead and run up, just grab the book.
Okay.
Or the codex.
Yep.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay, so go ahead and stop real quick.
Oh, crap. I did that wrong. Let me back up. I forgot I was going to change places with my echo first. Okay, hold on. I'm going to do this just so I can select. No, I can't do that. Damn it. All right, whatever. I'll do this the hard way. I'm going to go ahead and move here. Another echo. There. We'll delete that one and move there. So, okay, so that's what I did first.
Okay,
the
so
teleport.
before you continue, so as soon as the book leaves the room, you hear a cracking noise. The chains disintegrate. You notice that the cover, because it hasn't been opened yet, but you notice the cover has a crack in it now that wasn't there before. You hear a scream from the room, and the library spirit vanishes. You go and finish.
All right. Well, not knowing that that's what happened, I am going to go ahead and continue on with my movement. So that's my first 15. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So this was double difficult terrain.
Yes.
50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 105, 110, 115, 120.
Oh my god.
That's about as far as I can get.
Okay.
That ends my turn, and this should trigger Gizzard's thing.
Does the echo vanish at this point?
Yes, I'm way out of range.
All right, Gizzard, what are you doing? Are you actually? You already know what you're doing, so go ahead and bring up your spell.
Okay.
Where is it?
Okay, sting. And then. No!
You were frightened by the nearest creature, which is this grub, until your next turn, which means you have to use your movement to run away as far as you can.
They're all
my
running.
gosh. But I already
Much
cast.
finding me.
Actually, it doesn't say enemy creature, so he'd be frightened by me or Kong or Judge. No closer.
Oh, it does say next creature, although I'm pretty sure
I'll
it's
say ratter.
meant enemy creature.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, but you still have to run away, Gizzard. So go ahead.
But I already cast my spell.
is-
right?
You cast your spell. Your
It is-
spell's done. It's over with. You just have to run away now.
Okay.
It is
Oh
from
wait,
the
no,
Wild
I'm sorry.
Magic
I'm
Search
sorry.
table.
You're right. This is your held action, so you don't have any movement. Sorry about that. I forgot. It's not actually your turn. So
You're good.
next turn, you'll have to run away because it lasts until the end of your next turn.
This is the Wild Magic Surge table, and it would make sense and be hilarious if he was frightened of one of his teammates
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
the-
in that case, we'll say you're frightened of Tavros then.
Boo!
The guy I just buffed. Yeah, that's funny.
You just buffed him, and he got so powerful that for some reason it's just this visceral fear that you can't control. And on your next turn, you have to use your maximum movement to get as far away from Tavros as you can.
Actually, he doesn't. The frightened condition gives a disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight, and the creature can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, there are some things that do force that, but yeah, the general frightened condition by itself doesn't.
Got you.
Fair enough. All right, Darcy, what are you gonna do?
And of course, I am now stunned.
Well, seeing as angry librarian is gone and our cat has flown the coop, I'm gonna let him know he doesn't have to keep running to the next
County.
next county, next continent.
How
At
are you
this
gonna
point,
do that?
I have
Got
message.
lungs. Oh yeah.
I have
that too.
message.
Okay.
I literally can be like, "Hey, friend, ring ring," just so you know.
Okay.
Do. Or
Okay,
sending.
so you're
whatever.
gonna get that message, Cyclone, in, although, like you said, you are stunned.
Mm-hmm.
I believe until the end of your turn, your next turn.
Yep. And I'm just gonna move into. I can't see crap. Hold on. I'm just moving in so I can see slight. Oh, it won't let me. Oh, I'm fat. I can't get past you.
Where are you trying to go?
I guess I'll just. I'm trying to find a space that's not currently occupied by a person and/or creature.
Does that work?
Yeah, that works.
Okay.
There we go. And that is all I can do.
Okay, so the grub is going to attack Tavros or Conglomerate. It doesn't care which, so Tavros is 1 through 10. Alright, it's attacking Conglomerate.
No.
Uh-huh.
With a
Yeah.
20, that is a hit.
Wait, is it? If the haste is on Tavros, he gets like a couple extra AC.
Yeah,
No,
but
it's
he's
on
biting
me.
Conglomerate.
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
So Conglomerate, it bites into your leg. You hear the crunch of carapace or exoskeleton as it bites in for 16 points of piercing damage.
That's rough. Okay.
Alright, Tavros, the grub in front of you just bit down on Conglomerate. And you can see all of the Sorg Masters up ahead, plus several grubs still. So what are you going to do?
Guys, I think we might be a little outclassed here.
No, we got
No.
this. Just a couple of AoEs. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll be okay.
All right.
Let's
What does
yeah.
haste?
Let's.
What does haste give me again?
An extra attack and extra movement.
Sweet. Okay. Okay, I'll attack this grub.
Okay. You hit.
And I get
You
3
hit.
attacks this time.
And you hit.
All right.
So 12, 10, and 14, if I'm seeing that right. 10 and 14. And that is enough that with your flurry of attacks, you finally cut through that grub, and it finally stops moving.
Whew, nice. Okay. I think that's all I can really do.
Okay, you can move if
I'm
you
gonna,
want.
yeah, I'm gonna move over.
Cool. Alright, the Sorg Master. He's probably gonna attack the target with the that it thinks it's weakest is probably going to be Tavros.
Uh-oh.
He'll just do a Ray of Frost this time, though, not blow out all his spell points because he thinks you're going to go down soon. So that's a 23, so it does hit.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so you take 6 points of cold damage. Alright, so the next Sorg Master, Judge is right in front of him. So he is going to... He isn't actually a fan of being right there next to Judge. Because he's in melee range and he wants to cast spells. So he is going to cast Misty Step, and now he is in the back.
Coward!
And then the other Sorg Master Judge is going to fire his acid arrow at you.
Come on, hit me.
Gets a critical
No.
hit.
He said,
You take
okay.
26 points of acid damage.
Hold on a second.
Hmm.
It takes a second. I gotta scroll through stuff.
Is that a true and factual statement?
Alright, does the critical hit no matter what, even if I can pull off an AC?
The 20 is going to hit you no matter what your AC is, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, I was just figuring that. Okay. I will use a new feature just because I'm cool.
Say it again.
Said I will use a new feature instead because I am cool.
Use your reaction, roll a d12. So 13 plus your... Okay, 13 plus your Constitution bonus. So what's your Constitution bonus?
4.
All right. Oh, that's already added in. Okay, fair enough. All right, so you mitigate 13 damage, so 13 acid gets through.
Okay, so just 13 points. All right.
All right. All right. The grub is either going to attack Judge. Oops, I did not mean to do that. It's either going to attack Judge or Tavros. 1 to 10 is Judge. It doesn't care. It's attacking Tavros. With the 10, though, Tavros dodges easily. All right. Seeing what Judge just did, the Sorg Master behind suddenly considers him to be a bigger threat. So, he'll just do the same for now. He'll pull out one of the other ones later. So the 27, does that hit, Judge?
I am going to shield.
All right.
Just a second.
And
Hold on.
what will your
Hold on.
AC be with your shield?
28.
Fair enough. All right, Conglomerate. You can see that Judge is taking damage. You can see that Tavros is hurt. One of the grubs is dead. One of the Sorg can apparently Misty Step. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah. That's not great.
Wait a minute.
Judge,
Do you
are
guys
you
not
gonna...
see this grub that's right here next to Judge?
Oh, no, it's just a blank
Oh.
tile.
Yeah, I don't see it either.
It's weird. There's supposed to be a grub right there.
Wait a second. There's a Tavros right there. Oh. Yeah, that's just a bloody chunk.
That is so weird.
There was a grub here that I
Yeah,
attacked.
he's still
but it's
there.
completely
What I'm
gone.
gonna do is that it had. I'm recording its hit points. I'm gonna add another grub in its spot.
Okay, yeah, that's the grub that I took a swipe at just to see how
And
easy
we'll
it was
put
to
it
hit.
back to its proper hit points.
Oh, okay, perfect.
We'll add it to combat. Unfortunately, I have to reroll this initiative because I forgot. All right. So, can you guys see it now?
Yep.
Okay, fair enough. And I have to put his hit points back, but that's fine. I don't know why it disappeared. It was there, but I noticed on the recording monitor that I didn't see it, and you guys should be able to see it.
Oh.
All right, so that's squared away. Conglomerate, what are you doing?
I guess I will attack the grub then.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to make sure it's there, because if you didn't know it was there, how would you know to attack it? And if it's hurting you guys, it's like, what the heck?
Yeah. Because I don't want to run up close to those Sorg Masters. So I guess my bonus action will be to transfer the mark onto that grub, and then I'm going to attack it twice.
Okay. That's a hit. And that too is a hit.
Okay.
So you guys aren't rolling low enough so I can tell you what its AC is.
Yeah. What is
Alright,
it?
you slice it into it for 10 points of damage. And you stab it, or slice into it again for another 12, making deep cuts. But this thing does have a lot of flesh.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think that's it.
Okay. Alright, Gizzard, now that you can see the grubs there, the Sorg Master's up ahead. What are you going to do?
So, can you remind me of the rules regarding being afraid of Tavros?
You can't get closer, and you have disadvantage on things while you're. I think it's attack rolls and ability checks while he's in line of sight.
Well, that part's unfortunate, but that's okay.
It's just
It's
until
just
the end
until
of
the
this
end.
turn, though.
Yeah. Anyone want to grow larger? Is my
Sure.
haste over? My haste isn't over yet, is it?
No.
If you change to another
Never mind.
spell
Yeah, never mind.
on that person.
It might be. I'm just gonna throw a quick magic missile
At the sword.
at
Not affected by that.
this sword right here.
And this one here?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, for you, if I remember correctly, you can upcast the magic missile if you want more damage.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if I want to. Actually, yeah, I don't know. If,
You don't have to do it now. I'm just making sure you know it's an option.
yeah, I'll pass.
Roll the rest of them.
I am.
Okay.
I can only roll one at a time.
Uh,
11 damage.
all right. I did all of them individually. They all hit and do damage.
That's
You
interesting.
can see any invisible creature if you have line of sight to it. Excellent. So yeah, they all hit, and you can see it staggers back slightly, but it only had a modest effect.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think that's my turn.
Okay. And turn when ready.
Cool.
All right. So the Sorg Master here. He is going to go ahead and cast an arrow at Tavros because the Sorg Master thinks Tavros is almost dead. But Tavros dodges.
Naturally.
1, 2, 3. The grub comes around and attacks Judge because he's closest.
Actually, if you're hasted, you might have dodged unnaturally.
No, it was naturally.
With the 14, though, Judge dodges. And this grub, he is once again going to decide 1 to 10 or 11 to 20 who to attack. And again, he attacks Tavros. This grub, purely based on the dice, does not like Tavros. with the 21. It hits, bites into Tavros, doing 25 points of damage as he crunches down on Tavros' leg. You can everybody hears the crunch of bone.
Ew.
I have 3 hit
I-
points. I have 3 hit
Tavros.
points.
All right, Judge. You can
That's
see
funny.
Tavros is fading. He's standing, but just barely. What are you gonna do?
All right. He is going to say, "You may Misty Step teleport away, but there is nowhere you can go that I cannot reach you." And he is going to step back. Step back. And come on.
If I'm remembering correctly from the previous battles, I believe this is your last fireball of the day.
No, I have 2 third-level spell slots. Actually, wait a second. Go to
No, because you
spellbook.
used 2 fireballs in the previous fight, and you guys came down here after that. So unless
We did take a short rest, which I used my whatchamacallit features. Arcane Recovery.
Arcane
and got
okay,
one
so that gives you
third-level
another spell slot back.
Yeah, it gave me 1 third-level spell slot. That
Okay,
was
so
it.
you have 2. So okay, so you got 1 more after this. Fair enough.
I
Okay,
have I have 1 third-level spell slot left.
cool.
I had 2.
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh, we're not doing that. Oh, actually, we are doing that. Actually, not bother. Okay, go ahead and roll damage. You are going to hit the egg back there, but I'm not going to roll a save for it because it's stationary.
Is anything here weak to fire? No.
They are
just standard?
not weak to fire, but they're also not strong to fire. All right, so only 1 Sworg Master made it. Everybody else failed. So which Sworg Master would that be? 1, 2, 3. So that would be this guy. So let me do that first. All right, so that guy takes 16. Everybody else takes 32. Which, by the way, pops the egg back there. Okay, so nobody actually dies. One guy, one of the Sworg Masters, was definitely affected, but not as much as the others. The egg was destroyed, and the grub nearest Tavros is very badly hurt. So that's your explosion. So it definitely works, but they're still alive. So is that the end of your turn?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay. Go ahead and hit end turn when ready.
Oh, sorry. Come on.
All right, so moving way over out to the boonies. Cyclonin, you got the message. Are you still stunned, or can you go now?
I hadn't yet actually taken my turn on that, so yeah, I'm sitting there kind of panting in that kind of disconcerting way that cats rarely do, and that's it.
All right, fair enough. So you can move into the battle next turn. All right, Darcy, you saw the explosion go off. You noticed that everything's still alive except for the egg.
Oh, her message spell, I believe that is something you can respond to, correctly? Correct?
It is. It is. I think so.
I will return it as soon as I catch my breath.
So what are you going to do, Darcy?
So I started blasting.
Mm-hmm.
I see where this is going. All right, roll damage.
Might as well carpet bomb the bug infestation.
Yeah.
Oops, wrong one.
Wrong one.
All right, so 1. Oh wow, a lot more made it this time. So 1, 2, 3 made it. All right, so 25 damage.
Yes.
Okay. So then that'll be what, 16 to the ones that made it. So let's deal with them first. Let's see who else made it. So not that guy, this guy. All right. And then this guy made it as well. Then everybody else fails. And with that blast, one of the grubs gets explodes.
Oh boy.
And Tavros, you get thick, meaty grub chunks
Yeah.
splashing into you.
Mystery
as does
meat.
Conglomerate.
Yeah. Let's say not so
It's my
mystery.
Not
payback
so
from being
mystery,
puked on.
All right, Darcy, that's a new turn. Hit in turn.
Yep, because I'm not going up there.
All right.
Mystery meat at the Grub Hub.
Fair enough. All right, Tavros, the grub that's been attacking you so much, it's been exploded. So what are you going to do?
I think I leave now. I'm about to die. We go
You're
over
not
here.
going to come back where the healer is? You're going to go over there?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll go back here. Around the corner, though.
The
Good.
mighty barbarian runs behind and hides behind the healer and the cave wall. Hit enter.
Then I'm gonna take a sip out of my water skin. Recuperate.
He needs a water break, that's all.
Yeah.
Leading from the rear.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you have to run away? Now they're all gonna shoot me, and I'm gonna die.
Well,
Exactly,
do you want me
same.
to die or do you want to die? Take
I
a
mean,
pick.
obviously, I want you to die rather than me. What type of question is that?
So the question is this Sorg Advance going to shoot Judge or Conglomerate? Conglomerate, you are 1,
Can I
2,
hoot and
10.
holler? I've been yelling and screaming. Maybe I can get a little bit better.
Sure, go ahead and give me a intimidation check.
Okay.
If you get a 15 or higher, then he's going to target you.
Good luck to me.
As I said, he shoots Conglomerate.
Okay.
I'll be fine. I'm a tank.
I try.
after
I
all.
try. The dice say you want to die.
Hey, that
Conglomerate
misses.
dodges.
I'm so skillful.
All right, this Sorg Master. So what he's going to do is he is going to step into the other room, and you see him kind of kneel down, and he touches the purple substance, and at that point you see
He's
he
healing.
gains 19 hit points.
Oh,
Ew.
he's
And then
absorbing
he
the
is going
purple.
to continue his movement to avoid being right in the line of fire. All right, so this Sorg Master is going to attack Conglomerate.
Yep. Totally
The
fine.
dice have spoken.
Yes, they have.
Oh.
But a
That
16.
is not gonna hit me. I'm
dodge.
dipping and dodging. Remember the 5 Ds.
What?
All right.
Dive,
And
dodge, and what are they? Have you seen Dodgeball?
this one is also going to Conglomerate.
Oh my gosh, I got it again. I've
You'll
got
be
it.
fine.
Don't worry about
You'll
it.
be
I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'm
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
I'm
It
so good
narrowly
at this.
avoids landing on the 20, and you
Hold on.
dodge once again.
It
All
don't.
right, Conglomerate, you've been doing a lot of dodging. So what are you
Pong.
gonna do?
Kong, do you want a haste? If you wait until I take my turn, I can give you a haste.
The problem is that you can only do an
There's a s-
action or move if you hold your action.
Oh, never mind.
So it's probably
Yeah.
not worth it.
Yeah, I think your haste would probably be best given to somebody else anyways to either aid them in running away or somebody who's gonna live longer than I am.
Are you low health?
I just have low health in general. I only
Oh.
have 28 hit points left with a max of 44, so
Got
they'll
you.
probably erase me if they hit me too many times.
Gotcha.
You're doing a good job avoiding getting hit, though.
Yeah, dude, I'm sneaky. Let's transfer that hunter's mark up to this grub.
Okay.
And I'm gonna bash it twice.
Go for it.
Bonk.
You hit.
I don't think I can really miss these things, so. Okay, there's the first.
14 points. So you
Here's
slice into it deeply. It's still alive,
the
but probably not for
second.
much longer. As you slice all the way through on your second attack, and where you think its head is, rolls off.
Oh, in that case, oh, I'm not supposed to breathe that stuff.
Yeah, you might want to take a few steps back there.
Yeah,
don't
what
fall
if
in
I
Conglomerate,
just,
you child killer.
what if I just, so
Hey.
there was, later.
No. You're leaving me exposed.
Oh no, I can't leave you exposed. No, you're right. You're right. You're right.
No, no.
I'll just move to the side so they can see Judge.
Okay. Okay, hit end turn.
Yep.
All right, Gizzard, you're up. Now, I
No.
believe your haste is still on Tavros, who's now cowering.
Yeah, I'm breaking that concentration. You can be stunned over there. It's okay. Let's see.
Why don't you make Judge like big or something?
I was thinking about making Judge big, but like, all that. Oh wait, you're just saying that so they attack him. But
No.
Well, the ceiling here is 8 feet. I'm already a little cramped. Possibly
Oh.
speed instead of size.
Sure.
is that useful?
Strategically.
Would haste be useful for you right now?
Doesn't it give you an extra attack and extra movement and stuff?
Yeah, and it
It
gives you
does.
more AC as well.
So,
In
yeah,
that case, yeah, I think it might be reasonably interestingly useful.
All right, I'll give it to you.
Something I've never been able to do before.
Let's do it. Take my last haste.
Okay.
Quickly, take haste.
Oh,
you regain your lowest level expended spell slot.
Nice.
So go ahead and
Don't mind
restore it.
I did.
Hooray!
You can still move, otherwise hit enter.
Oh. Yeah, I'll stay there. That's okay. If we evenly distribute damage.
Conglomerate, you have another spell coming your way.
Oh, it's fine. I'll dodge it again.
Oh.
I'm so good at dodging.
You should have stayed back, buddy.
No, he's
No, he
chilling.
dodges.
No, see, it's because you don't understand how dodging works.
Alrighty.
He doesn't get it.
Alright, Judge.
With
What are
my
you gonna do?
newfound blurry powers. Okay. Moving faster than you would normally expect. Judge will take a step. Cast. Here it is. His last casting of the day.
Blow him up.
Yep.
I'm
And that will hit
trying,
the
but you
guy
could have.
in the room most likely.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's just, I have to be very careful with it because you did not back up far enough. You see, Toasty Bug.
Oh, I'll be fine. I can dodge it.
Okay.
Probably not.
Oh.
How come that didn't happen? Oh, there we go. Some sort of weird delay.
All right. Okay. That's not
They're
Alright.
bad.
failing though. I like
So
that.
one fail, 2 successes, 2 fails. So the first one fails. So let's do him. No, let's do successes first. So this guy's a success. And so how much damage did you roll?
30.
30. So he takes 15. Okay.
Woo.
That guy's a success. So he'll take 15. And okay, and then everybody else takes 30. Good.
Oh my gosh, he's not.
Yes.
That one's not dead.
It's okay. I'll get him.
All right. 2 of them are burnt up. One of them, I'll just go ahead and tell you, this guy here has 1 hit
One.
point.
Yep.
If he heals, when does he go? Oh,
I
good.
can also blast them with another fireball, so I wouldn't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right,
And
Judge.
this is purely because I have the speed. I'm gonna go ahead and run up.
Gonna
Where
bonk
can I
him.
Oh,
run to?
poke him. Yeah,
Yep.
give him a bonk.
Yeah, I can poke. I'm gonna run up here, make eye contact with this Zorg, and I'm going to swing, which is an attack action, right?
Yeah.
And an attack action gives me 2 attacks.
Yep.
All right. So my first attack is against him, and it will be a booming blade attack.
Okay. He dodges.
All right. Fraggin. Second attack will be a standard attack against this guy.
Okay. Yeah, it hits.
Yep, he's dead.
You might as well roll damage just to see. I mean, he's dead,
That's what I'm
but
playing.
now we know
Yeah.
that you sliced off an arm.
All right. All right. And I still have a bonus action, or do I get 2 bonus actions with haste?
No, you don't get an extra bonus action.
But I still have a bonus action.
If you didn't spend it, yeah.
All right. I will take a final swing at that guy.
Which one? That is, he dodges. He's close enough that I can tell you their AC is 18.
All right. I will now, and I'm sure there's going to be altercations, but I am now going to use the rest of my movement to go ahead and back up to get out of the range of more flame and destruction.
Okay, so they do have attacks, so let's just go ahead and see. They have ranged
My
attacks.
AC currently is 25 with the haste.
Jeez.
What the hell?
And I have the action. Yeah.
That's nuts.
That's because he's got Blade Song. It's actually his last Blade Song of the day, if I remember correctly. Although it doesn't
Actually,
matter
let me
once
check.
this is over too much. Because you get 3 a day, if I remember correctly, and I know you used 2 in the last.
I have
above.
1 Blade Song left.
Oh, because you did the spell recovery.
Because we have
thing?
taken a rest.
Did they come back on a short rest or a long rest?
One second.
Because you've only taken a short rest.
Oh no, they come back on a long rest, but it says I have 1/3. If that should be 0, I'll change it. But
yeah,
I
because
don't
you
touch
used
that
you definitely used 2 when upstairs because the fights were separated and you had them on both times. So yeah, you should have. Maybe it didn't take once you clicked it down here or something like that. But yeah, this was the last one.
All right, so that should. All right, I normally don't pay attention. I just assume that thing
Yeah, it
works.
should.
I'll change it
Maybe
to
it was a
0.
glitch or who knows, but it doesn't matter. All right.
Alrighty.
Is that the end of your turn?
That I moved backwards out of the way. Yes.
All right. Hit end turn.
Sorry.
All right. So we go back to the boonies. And Cyclonin, you are no longer stunned. So what are you going to do?
5, 10, 15. Using feline agility, by the way.
Okay.
10, 15, 20. Is there any acrobatic-y type thing I could try to do to get over the stuff faster?
I'll give you a DC 15 acrobatics. If you make it, then it becomes regular rough terrain instead of double rough.
Alright. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Acrobatics. It's not gonna work, but. Oh, it does.
Yeah, you got it.
Perfect. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. And I'm taking a dash action. So, let's see. 70, 75, 80, 5, 90, 95, 100.
So, do you still have the book on you?
I should.
Okay. Hit end turn when ready.
Haven't quite gotten to that point yet. I'm going to also spend my last 15 feet of movement. No, it's not the 15 feet of movement to aid. It's change places with it. So, let's see. 105, 110, 115, 120, and so I'll bring my echo here. Now I'm done.
All right, Darcy. You can see that there are 2 of the critters left. They're both fairly hurt. So what are you gonna do?
One more flamethrower in their direction. Should be good enough.
Okay. The question is, do you flamethrower them with a flamethrowing conglomerate?
I mean, he is a bug.
Looks like you figured it out. All right, cool. Roll damage. So the first one makes it. The second one fails. So, okay. So there's your damage. So the first one takes, what is that, 12? The second one takes 25, which is exactly what you need to finish it off. It burns up. All right, so another big explosion. Is that the end of your turn, Darcy?
Let me see if I can do a thing. Can I healing word bonus action?
Can you do a spell and a bonus action? As far as I can tell, you can, unless it says in the description that you can't cast it with a spell. It should work.
It counts as a bonus action.
Yeah, so sounds fine.
All right, healing word, the cowering Tabaros.
Okay.
There you go.
All right, Tavros, 10 more hit points.
Let's go.
That's it.
Cool. So Tavros, now that you're not quite as almost dead, you know there's one more Sorg Master left. So what are you gonna do?
I'll get him. Back in the fight, leading from the front as always. And then the left, actually. I'll run in and finish off this sword master.
Just gotta stay hydrated
You
occasionally.
gotta stay hydrated,
It's a
man.
good thing Tavros is here. What would you have done without him?
Honestly.
Yeah.
The first one misses, the second one hits.
Woo!
17 damage. You slice deeply into it, and it looks at you with pain and hatred in its eyes. Hit and turn. Ready?
Well, now he gets the horns.
I
doesn't
believe they
actually-
were called mandibles.
Sorry, the
Yeah.
It does not succeed.
Oh wait, actually I lied. I want to use Goring Rush, not Hammering Horns. I didn't realize I could use this one.
Oh, okay.
Because I move more than 20 feet.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, go ahead. And you hit.
Oh! Oh my god, it's got a +5.
All right, 6 points. Still not enough.
Man, if only I
Hatred
rolled. I rolled not a 1. Damn it.
It might have been enough if you rolled better, but all right, Conglomerate. The Sorg Master's almost dead. What are you gonna do?
Steal my
Stand
thunder,
down.
that's what he's gonna do.
Stand back, Tavros. I'll take this one.
Y'all are fighting over the kill.
He's mine!
I'll handle him completely by myself. Okay, honestly, yeah, I'm just gonna attack 3 times. I don't really need to put the mark on him. But let's put the mark on
I
him.
don't think you need
don't
to
even have
attack
to-
3 times, bro.
I'll put the mark on him
Oh,
just
that,
for
what?
funsies.
Jesus.
Sure.
So the mark is on him, so that's gonna be 2d6 with the crit. Big bonk.
Okay, so 21 points of damage.
That's on
He
my
had
first
6.
attack. Do I need to do another? Okay.
had
Haha! I've bested him.
Hey guys, there's dead horses in here.
All right.
Oh,
So hold
shit,
on.
they're-
Now that
How did they get a horse all the way down this tunnel?
now that you get in here, so you notice several things. You see a natural looking tunnel. You can see that the ceiling is high, rounded, and it's covered with eggs that are sticking to the ceiling. You see
Ugh.
various animal and human corpses that line the edges of the chamber, and the corpses are covered in strands of translucent green substances. In the center of the chamber, you can see essentially a pit, and you can see that it doesn't go straight down though. It goes down, and then it starts twisting, and so you can't actually see what's on the other side. But it's definitely a massive hole. You suspect that flying creatures could fly up and down that hole with no problem. And then finally, you see a cave that goes off to one side, but you notice the slope in the cave is very steep, quickly going downward, almost like a slide. So what do you do?
Well, I grab my hammer, and then I go ahead and walk over. I'm gonna finish off this stupid egg.
Which is still there after all this time.
All right. Well, I guess I gotta roll. Oops, that's not what I meant to do.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Actually, does an 11 hit?
No. I assumed you got
Okay.
15.
I accidentally rolled advantage.
Oh, okay. So
You
yeah,
missed an egg?
it has a hard shell, so an 11 isn't a strong enough hit. That one hits though.
It's even my worst miss. I got a natural 1 on the first attack with one of those things.
And finally, the egg is destroyed.
There are several
Just,
down here that
yeah,
are not.
just 5 more to go, yeah.
Well, before we go through all of that, I think that's probably where we'll end the session. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording.